welcome back to the Shattered Teeth, everybody. Nice to have you along again. Let me just adjust something quick. And that's pretty good. So, welcome back. So last week you finally managed to make it to Long Beach. So congratulations for that. Civilization. Long rest was appreciated by all, but I think most noticeably, who was it? It was Roman. Roman was down in the dumps. So you met some people around town. You met the matriarch of the village, an old lady called Mam Tensi, and her helper Sophia, as long as some other characters as well that you met along the way. After recovering and recuperating and checking out the village, you discovered in the morning that Mam Tensi had been murdered. And quite brutally too, like her hair ripped out, her tongue removed, her ears cut off. Just nasty, nasty, nasty. Now, it seems like a lot of people really didn't like Mam Tensi. It was either because, well, they liked her but felt it was time for her to move on. Maybe they just plain old didn't like her. Sophia expressed her dissatisfaction, having been her caretaker, seemingly passed on. Sophia is Tensi's great-granddaughter, and her grandmother's taking care of her, and her mother is taking care of her. So she's thought, shit, come on, guys, seriously. And some other people as well. A rather large gentleman, Brandon Lopez, who is perhaps the most vocal about his dislike of Mam Tensi. Regardless, you found her dead in the morning, and her caretaker, Sophia, was missing. Not there as well. And you decided to set off into the jungle to see if you could find out exactly what had happened. And you discovered that there was more than one tracks leading away from the village. So it's at least Sophia, possibly somebody else as well. But I am going to rewind it just slightly. And just before you're about to head off into the village, I'll get you over into the village, into Long Beach. So just before you're about to head off into the jungle, and you notice there, Sean/Rafe, that you can change Tana's token now. So you can switch to the large mounted look at a moment's notice. So cool. So just before you're about to head off, I can't remember who was staying over on this side of the village.
It was me and Roman.
Okay, so we'll say Roman. The lady you were staying with heads off and so, Roman, are you into the jungle? Are you heading off?
Yeah, we were about to.
Well, look, don't go into the jungle. I've got something here for you that it's going to make your life so much easier. It is something of my own construction. Oops. All over the place here. Yes, this is my Dolores's efficient and effervescent treatment. Like, it's a bit of a salve, as you like, but you know those insects out there, they can be absolutely terrible. So please take a tub of this. Please apply it liberally, and I guarantee you won't be, eaten alive out there.
Sounds great. I grabbed the tub from her and instantly start putting it on. I'm not going through this crap again. As I mumbled to myself.
It has a bit of a slightly pungent smell to it, but pretty confident. So, yeah, it's my Dolores's efficient and effervescent treatment. So, should have enough for you and your companions as you go through the jungle. So, that should help you, at least. Does
Thank
anybody...
you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're like family here, so yeah. Go and be safe.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
See if she's not trying to like sabotage us or anything.
Mm-hmm. This is a kindly old lady. I mean, she's kind of everybody's mother, got that type of vibe to her. And you don't detect anything from her apart from concern for you guys heading out of the jungle without being prepared. So you trust your Armistice.
All right, I rub some of that stuff on them.
Does anybody not apply Dolores's efficient and effervescent treatment?
I'll lather myself.
Yeah, I feel like that's the safest bet.
Okay, very good. Now for a bonus DM inspiration point, can anybody see something subtly I did there? I'm not going to give you much clues than that.
Effervescent is spelled wrong.
Oh, spelling, just put that aside.
You just gotta call him out like that.
No.
How do you know that is in fact how you spell effervescent, young man? But good try.
Wow.
Here's a clue.
You're
You're not gonna get inspiration point.
Oh, DEET.
What's DEET?
It's bug repellent.
That's bug
I
repellent.
use it all the
That's
time when I go hiking.
right. There we go. I used it quite often when I was in Uganda, so DEET is an old friend. So there we go. No inspiration points though. So you apply the DEET. As I said, it's a little bit pungent, but yeah. So you head off into the jungle. You did notice some tracks leading off. What does the as yet unnamed mighty band of adventurers wish to do?
I'm going to follow the trail, but like scout maybe 60 feet ahead of the group.
Okay. Okay, so make me a survival check.
$22.
Okay, so you follow the tracks out. There's definitely at least two, maybe more. And you're following it. It takes you about half a day's travel. You continue following it. The DEET is working especially well, so we don't need to worry for any of the mad monkey diseases and things like that. So let's get a marching order. We'll go over here. So you said Armistice was out. Whoops. Armistice was out in front.
I'll follow right behind him.
So Roman, right behind him or 60 feet behind?
I'll be further back. I'll be like, the 60 feet behind, but within like eye shot.
Sure.
Rafe will be last.
Actually, just feel free to rearrange yourself on this thing here. So you're heading north, and Armistice is out in the lead.
Yeah, Rafe will be take up the rear and watch the rear guard.
Is Tana coming along?
Yes, he's on Tana. He's riding Tana.
Okay.
I'll change that other screen. I'll do it now.
Look at that. Amazing. So we'll just
love
put
it.
Rafe off on the side here.
Yeah,
Come on.
we're sitting for hit points.
And we'll have Boomer and George Collar following up behind.
Should we take them with us?
No.
Definitely. Somebody just got murdered in that town.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm coming
And
along.
they're chasing
Look at
the
my knife
supposed
skills.
murderer into the woods.
All right.
He's got his own sound effects, man. You can't argue with that.
Right.
Yeah.
They are your responsibility.
Yeah, I'm good. Armistice taught me well. Watch this. And he does some
There
basic
you go,
stabbing
George.
motion. Yeah. Blonde-headed George,
Looking good.
a.k.a.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Points at Armistice and says, if he dies, his blood is on your hands.
Well, good thing I'm a great teacher then.
Yeah, we'll protect them. Don't you worry.
And Boomer says, "Watch this!" and his hand crossbow goes and perfectly pierces like a coconut on the top of the tree, and it falls down and he catches it in one hand. He knows his
I
way
showed him
around
how
a
to do
crossbow.
that.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Boomers knows his way around the crossbow. He's given the crossbow, but he seems to do it quite well. He rolled a 17 on his try to look cool check, so he's cool.
Nice.
Okay, so as you're heading along into the forest, thankfully avoiding the worst of the the worst of the insects, thanks to Dolores's efficient and effervescent treatment, you continue on. Can we have Udas? Let's say, roll me a d20. 2. Okay. Now, so I'm going to roll a d6 and 6. Oh, Udas. So as you're going along, Udas, keeping an eye on Armistice off in the distance, as he's doing a good job of scouting. Sometimes he's looking around for clues, but he seems to have a good path going. You feel a little tug on your pant leg.
I look down. Do I see anything?
Yes, you do. You see. Yes, you do see something. It's a very small animal, maybe just 3 or 4 inches high, and it kind of looks at you with this puzzled face. It's kind of covered in leaves, but you can see a little face kind of. It's almost in camouflage. But now that it's pulled on your leg, you can see this little face poking up to you. It's not a human face, but it's small and it's incredibly cute. And it looks up to you and it kind of tilts its head at you and goes.
I kneel down and put my hand down to the ground.
Mm-hmm. It scoots up the side of your arm, gets onto your shoulder, then kind of starts tugging at your beard here.
Like aggressively, or just kind of?
Not aggressively.
Thankfully?
Just
No.
like the creature, as far as you can see, has no natural hair, so you get the impression that it's fascinated by your this hair on your face, and it's giving it a little tug. Not painfully.
I just kind of chuckle to myself and keep walking with the group.
Okay, so it continues there, perched on your shoulder, and it seems to be enjoying just sitting up there. And it kind of taps you on the back of the head and opens its mouth and points into its mouth.
Let's see what I've got on me. Just rations, I think. Yeah, I'll break off a piece of the, dried fruit. I assume some sort of, if I have any banana left, I would go.
No banana.
Vegetable.
Pretty much just rations. But regardless.
Yeah, piece of the ration. Given.
Okay. Make me animal handling check at advantage.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it seems to enjoy it enough to remain on your shoulder, and as at the moment just perching there, having a good time, riding along on your shoulder.
All right.
Do you do anything else, Udas?
No, and if he wants to go, he can go. If he wants to stay, he can stay.
At the moment, he seems content to just ride on your shoulder. Okay, so Armistice, make me a perception check, please.
Perception. 14.
So, as you continue to scout, you're looking around. The usual things. You see the odd snake. Nothing to be concerned about. They're just, basic snakes, and they scutter away from you. See the odd monkeys flying around, bats as well, but nothing that you'd worry about. And after about the end of a day's journey, you're still pretty good at tracking wherever, presumably, Sophia and someone else went. But it's getting towards the end of the day. What would you guys like to do? And how? Yeah, what would you like to do?
Are we pushing through or resting? Because
I ain't resting. We have no idea how far, and I'm not gonna assume that there whatever has her, or she thinks of has her, or run through a night. If she's by herself, she's probably sleeping. If she's taken, they don't know that we're in pursuit. So I'm assuming they'll be resting as well. And if she's dead, she's dead. So
Yep, I agree. I think we should keep pushing forward.
no, so I'm thinking rest. I'm saying we're gonna get a rest.
I think we should keep pushing forward
you guys gonna be.
because we're on a pursuit. I don't think we really have the luxury of rest.
I mean, we don't know that she's. I mean, if they're gonna kill her, that she's dead.
Yeah,
If she's
and
by
we
herself,
also-
she likely slept the night. If she has somebody picking her up, she'll like sleeping as well.
I think there's too many variables to leave it to chance, though.
That's the problem. We don't know how far that is ahead of us, so we could be doing multiple nights, no rest. Which is, I mean, if we knew we had an emergency, I'd be all about it. But until we know there's an emergency, I would be calmer.
Well, I mean, the emergency is that an old lady was murdered and we're following her trail.
Yes, that lady's dead and not in any hurry.
We have to make up time at some point.
What do the tracks or anything like that show any sign of like slowing down? Like, are the footprints a little bit more sloppy? Does it look like they're a little sluggish? Can we tell by that way?
If someone gives me a survival check, you can. Not sure if you have a dedicated survivalist yet.
Did I
Commerce
just do it?
I am
Yeah, I
not
think
good at that, so
Survival. I got a +3. What are you at? You're
Okay,
better, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you're better.
Okay, so you're trying to determine whether they're slowing down, whether they're getting tired, based on the footprints. It's very hard to pick up in this jungle. I mean, if it was on a sandy desert or something, it'd be a lot easier. And with a 21 armistice, you're not sure. Hard to say.
I mean, you guys.
What does-
I'll go to
What
group.
does the
But
group
but-
think, then? I think we should just put this up to a vote.
I'm gonna say rest. I don't know yet. I don't know of emergency yet. I don't know of reason to rush. So that's mine.
How about we do a compromise and just go a little bit longer and then rest for like 7 hours, 8 hours later.
How many of us can see in darkness is a good question.
Rafe
Can
can.
see in darkness.
I can see.
I forgot about that.
So why could you see dark? I don't understand. Sorry, go ahead.
What do you
So-
mean? I'm a half elf.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can't see in the dark myself either, actually.
Okay, well that does narrow it down a little bit.
Yep, I think we should rest.
Yeah.
I mean, if we knew. Yeah, if we knew somebody had her, we knew what had her. We knew how fast. I'm all about pushing through with emergency. I just don't. Without knowing that, we just save that burst until we know we need it. Otherwise, we're going to be rushing through multiple nights trying to rush through and not knowing how long that's going to last.
Yeah. Well, if we can't see, if most of us can't see, then
One.
it's probably it's a kind of
It's
moot.
like half of us can't see, so
And with
We
last
can't- there's
time
no
going to
point.
the forest, we we're all pretty exhausted.
We have
Right.
torches. We
But,
can keep moving.
Yeah. The thing with torches
That's
is that they
true.
also see us coming, though.
We are
But
at least
I'm-
half a day behind whoever did this. At what point we're taking 2 children with us? There's 6 of us? There's 6 of us, 2 children, a horse. When are we making up time if not now? Are we waiting for them to get on a boat and say, that's too bad?
Yeah.
Boomer comes up to Udas and saying, "Who are you calling a child?
You!
Who are you calling a child?"
You!
I mean-
we don't know if Boomer is a kid or not.
Hey,
We know
Boomer,
George is a kid.
Boomer shakes his head.
Oh.
Who are you
You
calling a
will.
child?
You!
He shakes his head.
Okay, you really
He's not a
you just-
kid.
yeah, it was also just to repeat. It's not something worth arguing with.
Udas is just gonna argue with him all night.
I know.
Keep
Great.
going, I'm gonna keep going. That's what's going to happen.
Well, he's a bird.
Yeah, but Udas is stubborn as a rock.
Okay, so you guys go over here and argue.
And Boomer says, look, it's a bird. And he shakes his head. No, you fool, it's a kenku. And he shrugs.
So if we have torches, guys, I think we should still carry on.
Why do you guys want to
But
push through?
that's-
What's your
that's-
rationale
yeah.
for pushing through?
Have
But
you ever
We're,
tracked
we're
the train
behind
before?
already.
Yes.
Then you know
you-
time is, yes, I've tracked down many people in much busier places. They have nothing between them and their destination.
What's the destination? Where are they going? How fast are they going? Why are they going there? Who's chasing them? What kind of danger are they in? All these things we don't know.
Which is why we need to catch up.
No, we don't
They're on
assume.
an island. If they get to a beach, if they get to a boat, they're gone forever.
Are they going to a boat? Who's going to a boat? What
Most
boat are they
likely.
going to?
Okay, so play it safe and let them get away. This is going to work out well.
They might. It might get away. It'll be okay.
This is why I think we should just put it up to a vote instead of arguing. We're wasting time by arguing.
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody who votes to keep going, type 1. Everyone who votes not or to take
Just-
a rest, to vote 2.
Just say it. You got one say where to go. What?
So are we actually doing okay?
Oh, really? What was
One
for?
was to keep going, 2 was to rest.
Yep.
Just say you want to go. Y'all want to go? Okay, it's 2. So we have 2 rests.
I get the voices mixed up sometimes.
So Eris, what do you want to do?
I mean, personally, Eris would rather keep going.
All right, then keep going.
I confused. What does the one mean?
Keep going.
We're keeping going. Right?
Keep going.
I don't know why, but just tell your opinion.
Okay, and if it clarifies thing, you're heading more inland than anything else. Okay, so there was a suspicion maybe they're heading for a boat. If they're heading for a boat, well, they're going the long way round. Yeah. So
A land boat.
Yeah. And
Or a
that
sky
wasn't
boat.
really. He's not smart enough to make a more eloquent point than boat getaway.
okay, so you're pressing on.
Yep.
You can press on through the night if you want to. Just
That's
keep
what
going.
they're saying, I believe. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So it'd be a.
Okay, so
No.
first things first. Then you press on. Can I have everybody make me a Constitution saving throw, please, to see how exhausted you get or otherwise.
Save.
All right, come on. Let's go.
7.
Rafe has no issues whatsoever.
Nope.
The
Nope.
guy that wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
Hayden is being in a wise vet in the situation. That's all he's doing.
So the good news is you do press on through the night. No one gets affected by exhaustion by pushing on so nicely, so that's good. I can almost hear an audible sigh of relief from Roman as he doesn't suffer an effect of exhaustion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 18, that's nice and healthy. Armistice, make me a survival check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Hard tracking things in the night, my friend.
Can I help?
Sure. I think Armistice and Roman work well together. So we'll call that a flat roll, which would have been a 19. Okay, so you continue onto the track. You go through another night. And then roll me a d20, Eris.
Watch me fuck it up, whatever it is. There you go. It's a 9.
Okay. As you're pressing through the night before morning breaks, nothing terribly tragic happens in the night despite you pressing on. The creature on your shoulder continues to... It gets tired of being awake, I guess, and is falling asleep on your shoulder, Udas. Do you let it sleep there? Do you gently place it down somewhere? What do you do?
No, I let it sleep there if it likes it there.
Okay, and
That's
it's
good.
almost using your beard as some type of bed sheet. But yeah.
I assume it's like not even heavy enough that I even notice that it's there most of
no.
the time.
Yeah, especially how physically strong you are. So you barely notice the weight. It's just a trivial creature to carry along for you. And every so often it wakes up and shuffles around and scoots round to your other shoulder. At some point it reaches up and goes on top of your head to get an even better thing, and comes back down. And every so often it's asking for some food. Do you continue to feed it?
Yeah, the same ration, just breaking off little chunks and giving it to him.
Cool. And it gobbles it down. Okay, so you press on through the evening and come back out of the forest noises of the night to come out into the daytime with Armistice and Roman working really well together to get further ahead. Okay, you're going to keep pressing through the next day?
Yep.
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 Armistice, it's not a gremlin. I'm just saying. It's a good guess. Okay, so you continue press on in a basically easterly direction again. Let me reveal a bit more. Snap. So just more forest as you go in. Can everybody make me a perception check? As I assume you're on the lookout for Sophia, if nothing else.
Ooh, goes from up.
Big ol' one.
Eris, you see something on the side of forest, and you go follow it and follow it and follow it. Convince this is the lead, and you've walked out of the campaign, so you're going to need to roll me a new character.
Oh, damn.
But Armistice yells out, "No, Eris, this way, this way!" And you get turned around. Armistice and Udas, I guess. You do hear a couple of voices up ahead of you. They appear to be arguing, but from this distance you're not sure. You can't really make out, but you can tell it's raised voices. It's in common, and every so often you hear it, "Damn it!" and curses, but you can't really tell what's going on from this distance.
How far away?
Probably like 200 feet.
Udas would stop in his tracks and put up his hand for the others.
Yeah, and then I'm going to sneak forward to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Okay, the creature on your shoulder, Udas, does the same thing. It puts its hand up to stop. Now, I'm assuming everybody stopped, but Armistice sounds like you're sneaking ahead, so make me a stealth check.
Oh, God.
You fool.
Okay, so you come up, and you see a couple of humans. They don't appear to have noticed you, probably because they seem to have some type of problem. The first thing you notice is they're both covered in insect bites. Like, little bites everywhere. They don't have Dolores's efficient effervescent treatment, and with effervescent spelled exactly correctly. So they're covered in insect bites, and they both have like quite large backpacks on their back. Like if you're like going through the forest, you've all got normal sized backpacks, but these are extra large backpacks. Both of them are young 20s. One of them's got a shock of red hair, and the other one has his hair completely shaven off. You suspect maybe he's been cursed with male pattern baldness, and as opposed to holding on to the promise of a comb over, he's just gone to hell with it and shaved off the rest of his hair. And their problem, because one of them has his leg stuck in some sort of a bog, like above his knee, and his buddy's trying to pull him out like with a stick. He doesn't want to get caught in the bog himself, and arguing back, just pull harder! I am pulling harder, you fool! No, not that way! Okay, try from the other side! And you see the guy trying, God damn it! Get me out of here! I don't want to die out here! Let me out! Let me out! And they're both bitching back and forth, with one of them, stuck, and the other one trying to get him out, but not doing so very successfully.
So I have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like they would be from Long Beach, or do I recognize their faces from Long Beach?
Make an insight check. Not Long Beachers, so that's the correct.
And second question is, does it look like I've been following their tracks?
No, it does not. It looks as if they would have walked towards you. So with your quite high survival check, it was 20. What was it?
22.
22.
That's very original. Yeah.
Yeah, these are not the tracks you are following.
Oh. Then I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell the party that there's some people in a bit of trouble, but we have more pressing issues.
All right, let's keep going. In my opinion.
Yeah, no argument from Eudes.
The people stuck in the bog?
And you're stuck in the ball. They look hurt or in danger at all.
And well, I'll let you know if you want to relay this or not, Armistice, but it looked as if one of the guys was pretty stuck and the other guy just wasn't able to get him out. So if you want to relay that information, you can.
I say that.
All right. I mean, Rafe can go over real quick and just throw him a rope and pull him out with Tana.
Can tow him yet?
Yep.
Nice.
So you're heading over there, right?
Yeah, I'll head over there real quick. Well, you guys want to see if I'll catch up. I just want to get him out of the ball. Then I'll help. Then we'll move on.
Hey, friend! Could you lend us a hand here?
Yeah, real quick, and he'll take out the rope and just kind of throw it to him and grab all the rope.
Okay. And pull.
And then he just wraps around and pulls it and kind of backs him up basically, and backs up and pulls it out. Pulls him out.
Make a strength check for Tana.
Ring check for Tana.
Mm-hmm. So-
Boom!
Tana, being the very fine stallion that he is, pulls, and this guy, almost with an audible plop, comes out, just covered in the filth from this bog, and he says, thank you, friend. We appreciate it. Who do you owe this favor to, friend?
My name's Rafe. We're just passing through. Did you see a woman come through here?
A woman?
Woman?
No?
Yeah, we're trying to find a friend. Okay. Well, thank you. We're kind of in a hurry, so we'll be on our way. You're very welcome.
Could you just point us in the direction of Long Beach?
Does Rafe know which way Long Beach is? I guess he does, right? Yeah, he can do that. He can point the direction of Long Beach. Back this way.
Okay, thank you, friend.
Mm-hmm.
And they
No
give you
problem.
a half-hearted salute, and they head in the direction that you indicated of Long Beach.
Rafe hopes that's the right way.
I wonder what was in their packs.
Well, make a survival check, if you like, Rafe, to see how well you pointed them in the direction.
Oh god.
Others can fix it if it's wrong.
Yeah, pretty good. So, yeah, they're going there. Yeah, they did have very large backpacks on, but they're popped out and they're swatting away insects and flies and mosquitoes as they go, just covered in mosquito bites. And you guys are not.
Yep. So sorry guys, I couldn't just leave them there. We can go on now.
Least he could have did was a reward you. Jeez.
No, man, it's all good.
Okay. So, make me one more survival check, if you'd be so kind, Armistice, at advantage with the help of your bro.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, so it does get a little confusing with the muddying of the tracks from these two gentlemen that you debogified. But you do scout ahead and you do follow the trail, and just out the corner of your eye, as you're a little bit ahead of the party, you see a body lying on the ground.
I'm going to approach it, but I'm also gonna check for traps along the way as I approach it.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Ooh.
Okay, you're convinced there are no traps. You look for like little nooses that'll flip you upside down, and you don't notice any traps of note.
Then I approach.
Okay, you approach. It's the body of a girl in her early 20s. Her face is to the ground. Her hair has been pulled out, and she is not moving.
Can I turn the body around?
You turn the body around. Turns out that it is not a corpse, by the way, but it is most definitely Sophia.
And she's still alive?
She is alive, but not conscious.
Have you told me yet that what you found?
I haven't. I'm taking it in.
Okay.
I'll gesture for the party to come closer.
Really cool. Come up and get off Tana and do lay on hands to wake her up. We'll say 2 points, I guess. Get her up.
Okay. Okay, she does wake up. She's not a pretty sight. As I said, her hair has been ripped out. Her scalp is very bloody. She's covered in bruises and wounds and all sorts of things. She obviously hasn't had a good well of it. And she kind of, you lay your hands on her, Rafe, and she does come back to consciousness and says, "Oh, my hair! Oh, what happened to my hair?" And she reaches up and kind of, she gets a little bit of blood on her hands. "No, what the hell?
What happened? Relax.
Tell
us what happened to you.
Make a persuasion check. And she stops and she's still looking in horror. She's touching her hair and she's going, "Oh, no. And the blood comes off and she's kind of trying to tidy herself off, wiping the dust. And she goes, where's... What happened? I was in Long Beach. I got up early to take care of Ma'am Tensi as I usually do, and I don't know, something happened, and now I'm here. What happened? Can we just go back to Long Beach?"
You don't remember anything?
I remember I got up, very, very early. Because, we start the sermons, pre-dawn, and then the fishermen head out at dawn. I have to get up even earlier to do Ma'am Tensi's hair, which takes a good hour. And I was doing that, and now I find myself here. I mean, I got a splitting headache. And you see, even beyond the fact that her hair's been ripped out, there's quite a large welt on the back of her head.
Well, it's safe to say that she didn't do it, guys.
Didn't
clearly
do it.
tell.
Didn't do what?
We'll talk about it once we get back to Long Beach. But she definitely needs medical attention, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I assume you did healing hands, Rafe?
Yes.
Yeah, it helps, but resting isn't helpful. Rafe, wow, natural 20. Looking for other signs. With a natural 20, you do actually notice a scruff of the hair that's, approximately the color of what Sophia's hair would normally be. Kind of long, straight, and black with a little hints of rust inside of it. So you do find a strand of hair. And then you find another strand of hair. And another.
So kind of like basically it's a trail of her hair, basically.
You could.
The opposite direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with a natural 20, you nailed it.
Awesome.
We're going back to Long Beach, right?
We need to find out what caused this. So you guys didn't tell yet. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's your grandmother, right?
I would wait to tell her that now. There's a lot going on.
Tell me what?
I would
No,
recommend maybe we send George and
Boomer?
Boomer back with her,
He
and
has
we
a name.
push on.
Okay, we're just gonna. You can tell her what that something happened to her grandmother because you can't get her back to the town with not knowing any of that. That would be bad. But then we're trying to find out what happened.
Not knowing what?
Well, let's say your grandmother's passed.
She was
she's
murdered.
Oh,
murdered. We're
who
trying to
did
figure
it?
out who. We don't know yet, and that's what we're here to figure out.
Everyone thinks it was you.
Which is why it's a
Yes,
bad
yes.
idea to send her back.
Right? She doesn't look like.
With George and Boomer, they can tell her what happened.
They're not going to believe a kid and a bird.
Yeah.
Is it Kenku?
Yeah, he gets mad
Soren.
at a bird.
I didn't call.
Boomer says, it's a kinku! It's a kinku!
But we're gonna take her with us then. With like a parade of people to protect.
Yeah, we have 3 people we're gonna have to defend, and that's just a lot. I think we can send them back, and she can people can clearly look at her and tell she was clearly attacked.
They weren't
It
really
doesn't
being
take
very.
a rocket scientist to do that.
They weren't being reasonable though at the time. Though, to be fair.
I can take her back, says George.
Oh,
And
I
Boomer
know.
says-
We trust you.
Boomer
George go back
salutes
in the
as well.
jungle bounce.
Or do you guys want
No.
them to wait here for us to come back?
The wealth of poor options, right?
This is all a bit overwhelming, of course. If Ma'am Tensi's murdered, I mean, now that I think about it, I'm not there. I guess I am the prime suspect, but no, I told you that I wasn't a fan of Ma'am Tensi, but I wouldn't want to kill her.
I believe you. I also don't think you would hit yourself in the back of the head and cut off all your hair.
Well, no. I bet you it was Brandon. Fat fuck.
I agree. He is a jerk.
Brandon.
And I saw him stuffing his face when nobody was looking, too.
Oh, it's disgusting. And he's always been wanting to be the village leader.
And
Bitch,
he
it
smells like pickles.
does. Disgusting.
I think something else is going on here, guys. I mean, there's still a trail of hair to follow, which is weird. So something else is happening, I think.
Did those
There's a-
other 2
what?
guys come back from here, this direction? With the backpacks?
They're basically heading in a direction due east. Now you're heading in a more direction northwest. So your trails have kind of diverged.
Okay, so it didn't look like they came from this direction?
No.
They took her and they're trying to... Okay.
Good point,
Yeah.
Udas. Udas.
Right? And that's what I'm saying. There are no good options. I mean, they don't. All right, I guess you need to come with us, and we're gonna have to go slow and protect him and try to keep him out of trouble. Because otherwise, they're gonna stay here by himself, which is not good. Back to the jungle by himself, which is not good.
And George says, no, it's okay. I can take them back. I'm good around the jungle. And Boomer says, it's okay. It's all right. I know my way. I'm good around the jungle. Perfectly mimicking what George says.
Yes.
Yeah, seeing it just makes me trust it less.
Right.
Armistice, get control of your child.
I
If he
think that
wants
you guys
to help,
you can help protect him.
I'm not gonna stop him.
Then send him
Yeah.
to his death, or just kill
No,
him
I mean, I
now and
think
be grateful.
no, they could. They can all go with this, and then George can help protect her when things get bad. He can stay with her, use his dagger. To his job is to guard her anytime we get into kind of problems.
Yeah, and
So-
Boomer showed you guys that he's good with a
Right?
crossbow, right, Boomer?
Mm-hmm. And Boomer is going to take another shot. Let's see how he's good
I
with his
hope he
hand
doesn't
crossbow.
make me look like a.
And he
idiot.
shoots Armistice.
Oh, a dirty 20. A dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh, beautiful.
So
All right. So yeah, they gotta continue on. They'll stay with us, and then we're just gonna have to protect them, and hopefully they protect each other a little bit in this deal because there's no better option unless you guys want to send them off their death.
Olivia,
Go on.
Sophia says, well, I'll do what you say, but I really just want to go home. This is-
I know. Just hang in there. You really need to go by yourself. You just got attacked. You're bloody. That would also attract bad things, and so it's not safe to go back by yourself. You just hang on this a little longer, and then we'll get you home. Okay?
Can you clean her up, Eris, with prestidigitation?
Yeah, I absolutely can. I will clean her up the best that I can.
Okay, so the blood from her hair has, dripped down the side of her face. It's quite, it's quite a gory sight. But you clean up all the dried blood and everything. But her hair is still, her scalp is still red. There's little bits of blood seeping through. But combined with Rafe's healing and your prestidigitation, she, I said it right. she gets cleaned up quite nicely. But her hair is her scalp, I said, is still a bit red.
If would cure wounds help that?
You're most welcome to try.
I kind of
Well, we
feel
need
bad.
that
Yeah.
later. I'd hang on that area if you don't mind. I think we don't have a whole lot like that, and we may need it. I didn't use all my like on hands either. She's okay. She's alive. She's conscious. We're not trying to get bad already.
Armistice is just gonna take his coat off,
Mhm.
rip it into like strips to
Mhm.
make like a makeshift head wrap to stop any bleeding.
Like almost like a bandana.
Yeah, and then get ready to carry on.
Okay, make me a performance check.
Performance.
Yeah, see how good your bandana making skills are.
Can I help?
Sure.
I'm really good at performance.
Sure.
What would you do without me, brother?
Well, there we
Get an
go.
11.
Yeah, so you basically you started out with just a headband, thinking, oh, that'll work. This headband's perfect. And then Roman comes along, bro, no, do it this way. And you do a functional bandana, almost like a cancer patient, right? One of those type of styles that hide the scalp. And she's looking more presentable now. And she reaches up and holds up a hand to Rafe. Can I ride? It's okay. I'm pretty tired. Think you muted there, bro.
Yeah, like I say, we can try. Tan's not great at carrying people he didn't know, or even those he knows, to be honest. So we can try to see red double and pull her up with me.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Yep, we'll see if Tan objects. Yep, 10 objected, and then Rafe gonna go splat.
Yeah, so yeah, you with a natural one, you Rafe Tana bucks and both Rafe and poor old Sophia come crumpling to the floor.
Ooh, ouch.
Rafe gets up.
Ow!
Rafe gets up and swearing at him, cussing at him, and mud over his face. And, yeah.
And Sophia wipes a tear from her eye and she says, "Oh, just when I think my day couldn't get any worse."
Kudos is big. Can't you carry her?
Probably about as much grace as Tana's did, but yeah. You know, do an animal handling check with you off?
Animal handling check.
That's a good joke. That one's funny.
She looks around. I mean, the Rafe option was out. She did spend more time with Roman and Armistice more than anybody else. Armistice is kind of leading the thing. She grabs hold of Roman's arm and kind of holds on to it. I'll just stay with you, Roman, if that's okay. It's just so much to process.
Sure. That works.
Okay, and she holds on to your arm. Udas, the creature continues to bounce around on your shoulders, looking very, very interested in what's happening, and I assume you continue to feed it?
Yep, once it gets a little bite.
Okay. And, Rafe, with that natural 20, you do notice some hair that you can follow. It's very subtle. It's just strands of hair. But with a natural 20, that's what you get.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice. Well, just swearing and showing him and getting to a battle of wits with Tana and probably getting a bite for his blood kill. Climb back on and head out to it.
Yep. Okay. Your first failure with Tana. I love it. Very cool.
One of many.
Okay, so the hair, as you follow with the help of Armistice, but seemingly you've got this, you head off in a more northwesterly direction. Whoops. Okay. You do follow the hair for a while. It takes about half a day to follow it, but natural 20s do help. And it kind of culminates in this cave in the middle of the jungle. Just a nondescript cave, like maybe a bear or something like that would hibernate in it. You could walk into it easily enough, and that's where the trail ends. Well, the trail presumably goes into the cave, but,
Great, we get to go into a cave.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright, so,
first, right?
I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, Ray can go first. Need to. We're gonna assume Tana's stay here. We'll ask George and Sophia, right? Ask them to stay and bring me to watch Tana for us. Well, he'll be fine. He's trained. He'll stay here. Just keep from people getting him or anything happen to him. And you guys stay out here, and then we'll go into the cave. And Rafe will draw his scimitars, and unless Armistice wants to lead, he'll lead. Armistice, do you prefer to lead? Can you see the dark? You can, right? No?
Yeah. What did you say?
Do you want to lead in the cave, or you want me to?
Oh yeah, I'll lead.
Okay.
Like
I figured-
30 head.
Okay, so if you're gonna lead, and you guys, can you mind getting in the rear? And I'll be close enough to help out Armistice if he yells help.
I'll fall right behind Armistice and help him along with this tracking and whatnot.
Feel free
should
to.
we use like our torches?
As long as we're far ahead that didn't bother Armistice, we can use torch. I don't need a torch, but if you guys,
If you're gonna have a torch, you can't be next to me, bro.
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. I don't need one.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking to Roman.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
so
I'm
I
asking.
do
Should
that.
we use a torch or no?
I mean, I need
Um,
something.
Like
Sorry,
if
sitting over
combat and
Here, let's,
happen,
Ron, when you get back, man, let me get up here
then
close. Yeah, switch around a little bit, and then you and Ron, put you back with you guys in the back, and you guys have a torch, and you guys far enough back that you're not going to hamper things. You guys will be you come to rear guard, and then Thorin and Rafe will apparently arm wrestle to their second, and then follow Armistice.
So who's got the torch?
I guess Roman, is that cool? You want to carry that?
Sure, I can carry it.
So we want
just
you
means
guys to have his
I can't.
hands.
Yeah, I just
Little-
can't use my crossbow, but that's okay.
You go ahead and load it, can't you? And you have your first shot. You have to drop it or something for a second shot, right?
Yeah, I'll just have to drop it, the torch.
Okay. So Armistice, you're leading the way in this order. The Uma, George, and Tana are outside here. Sophie is there as well. Just don't have a token for her just yet. Are you sneaking in, Armistice?
yes, I am, and I'm like 30, 40 feet away from the party.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
Say 30. If I can
Yeah.
get to you.
Yeah, close enough so you can help me if I'm in danger. Far enough
Great.
so that the torches aren't a problem for me.
We're doing pretty far back because they're still far back from us, some too. So
Okay, looks like you're up there too, Soren. So in the forward party. So Soren, make a stealth check.
Yep. Oh boy. Average.
Rafe,
better
make
than
me
mine. Mine was 30.
Rafe, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah. Bounce around 20 and tease me.
Okay, so from off in the darkness, you see something rapidly going towards your head, and you try and duck out of it, but you don't duck out of it, and you get something that you hope is mud right to the face, just splats you dead center in the face. It's disgusting. And you hear a voice from the back of my stage, "Get out of my cave! Get out! You're not welcome here. This is my home. Get out!"
Do I hear that all the way back on that?
Hang on. We're looking for someone. We're looking for something that came in here. Is there? We found some hair virus that was hurt. Did you see a woman out here?
Make another dexterity save, Rafe.
Sure. Can you persuasion as well?
Well, yep, we'll get there. Okay, this time the thing that you hope is mud. You see it. Well, you do see it coming in, and you slide away, and it kind of splats against the wall. So, what did you say again, Rafe?
Just ask if I'm trying to probe and trying to be friendly. And ask if he or he or whatever force we're doing saw the woman out here in trouble, and see if she responds to knowing about Sophia out here, because we're following the hair here. So I'm trying to put the dots.
Okay, persuasion.
Yeah, it's not clear at all, but
This is my home. I know nothing about nothing. Get out! Smokey!
can we talk a few minutes?
Smokey! Smokey! Get out!
Well, we can talk to you outside the cave.
Sorry, Malcolm's coughs as he rants like a madman.
Oh, so she's probably coughing too.
Yes, he's coughing too. He's got a bad case of asthma. No! No! So stay in the cave. You need to get out. I don't need to get out. Get out of my cave.
Yeah, I was just you want to check with him.
Is the person being honest about not knowing anything?
Make an insight, but at disadvantage. You don't really see him. So just basing on exactly what he's saying.
10.
He
Voice.
doesn't sound very stable. Hard to get a read on him. I mean, he obviously just wants you out of his cave.
So we have to come in. We're trying to find out what happened to a friend of ours, and we're going to have to come in deeper. So if we can, we'd love to talk to you first, but if not, we're going to come in anyway. Would you rather talk, or would you just come straight in without talking?
I know nothing about nothing.
Okay, well, we're still have to come in and find out why the trail led us here.
Has this person noticed me?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up behind them then.
Okay, with your stealth roll of 28, yeah, you see him and you get close to him, and he's the classic hermit. He's not wearing very much, I'll say just enough to be modest, and not much more. Long, grey, scraggly beard, bald on top, and he's kind of crouched down as he's going back and forth with Rafe.
And I'm going to draw my 2 swords and place them to his neck. And I'm going to say, there was a trail of hair leading to this cave from a very battered woman. Was that your doing?
Make an intimidation check with advantage, since you A, snuck up on him, and 2, have 2 swords to his throat, so intimidation at advantage.
Oh, God.
And he doesn't respond at all, but he does freeze. He's,
Can I see what he's doing from there? I can see what he's doing, right?
Now that the whole premise of stealth is gone, you can absolutely approach him, and as can Roman, Eris, and Udas. I mean, I assume you're not worried about a torch now.
Right.
Okay, so you come up
too.
with it. So yeah, you're probably Roman with the torch blaring in the darkness of this cave. You see this man that I described before, and you see there's lots of half-eaten animals around here. Some of those banana potato type things that you found, and the place is just disgusting as well. It's not nice. You see, once you get there, you're at the back of the cave now, so it doesn't go much deeper. It's about 50 or so foot deep, and you see the man. He's just holding up his eyes to the torch. To turn it off. And he starts bawling his eyes out. No, leave me alone.
Well, this guy definitely didn't do what we think he did.
We don't. I want to go up for you. Yeah, Roman, can you step back a little bit? Let's make the light a little dimmer. We can use that. If he didn't listen to us, you can step forward again.
Yeah, I'll step back.
Everybody make me a perception check.
Also, does Rafe smell like mud or something?
And can we see if there's any more hair in this place too?
Even without any type of perception check, Udas, it's not mud. It's something a lot less pleasant. Yeah. Wow, look at these rows. Rafe, that's not an advantage, right?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna whisper something to someone.
Who could that be? Roll 20.
Rafe, you smell like shit, man.
Yeah, not first time.
Pretty gross, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Guys, just go. No. And he goes up and tries to gently push the blades away. Armistice?
I'm not relenting, and I'm going to repeat. You haven't answered my question.
Turn off the lights, it's too bright. He starts blubbering again.
There's a
How rough was the path down here?
It was pretty rough. Tana would have had a very difficult time. It's quite rocky and And you have to do little jumps every now and then.
Eris will walk over to one of the corners and kind of lean down a little bit, kind of touch something, and then immediately kind of retracts her hand and goes, "Well, I think I found the hair. It looks like her hair, at least."
Leave that there alone. That's mine. Leave it.
And where'd you get it from?
I found it. Finders keepers.
Okay. Where did you
Found
find
it
it?
on a body.
I
Right?
found it
Taking it for
outside.
your own.
Finders keepers.
Was it attached to anyone when you found it?
Finders keepers. And he kind of
How do
brushes.
you find?
There. Just trying to find out where you found it.
Oh, it's just finders keepers. And he kind of brushes, tries to push Armistice's swords away, and you notice Armistice's hands are quite bloody as well.
Well, I can't disagree with finders keepers, and I definitely just found this hair in this corner right here.
I found it
Yep,
first.
mhm.
No, mine.
Oh no, definitely not.
No,
I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna grab it unless you tell me where you found it.
I found it in
And
the
I'm gonna-
forest,
On what?
on the ground.
Oh,
Then-
gotta be
then
more
why your hand-
descriptive. I'm gonna take it.
Oh, well, you can be more descriptive. It's on the ground. Well, what more do you want?
Was it attached to a person?
No,
No.
no.
Is he
And why your
lying?
hands bloody?
I was about I hunt. You get bloody when you hunt. And you see there are corpses of animals here, some of them quite fresh.
Does he
Was-
look like he's lying or telling the truth?
Alright. Make an insight check.
Was the hair outside your cave or in the forest?
Roman Armistice, you don't know. I mean, it's the raving of a madman. He could be just nuts. Could have found it. He could have scalped her effectively. You don't know. No, out in the forest. I hunt sometimes, and look at the dead rabbit. That's me. It's rabbit blood. I found it. Finders keepers.
Has anybody else come through this area?
Finders keepers.
Now, is the scalp thing of Sophia, it looks similar to how the woman was also killed, or is it also scalped, right?
Yeah, she also elect here, but her hair, Mam Tensi's hair was still with her, quote unquote. Wasn't attached,
So
but it wasn't
so it's
missing
different.
either.
Like she was actually scalped rather than hair pulled
Oh
out.
no, sorry. The hair was pulled out of Mam Tensi and Sophia,
Okay.
but the
so
hair
wait,
from Mam
this-
Tensi was still in Long Beach. It wasn't missing like Sophia's.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Finders keepers.
We need to get back to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, this is a waste
Why?
of time.
Yeah, okay,
Why?
bye.
Wait, it's only what you have, guys. What do you mean?
He interrupted whatever was doing this.
Interrupted or found out at the end of it what it looks like? But even then, did you see what happened? Did you see anything with the young lady that you found the hair with?
I didn't see nothing about nobody doing nothing.
Yeah, but we know you saw the lady because you found the hair, so you can quit lying about that. I'm not. If you want us to leave and you want this light to go away, then you need to talk to us. Did you see what had the woman? Did you see what hurt her? What carried her?
No, I just found the hair.
So, but you saw the woman, right?
What woman?
Okay. Where? If you found the hair, where did you? Where did you find? You found the hair on the ground. So, did the trail get changed? How the hair? Do you? When he says he didn't see the woman, is he being truthful? Do we know?
Insight away.
Yeah. Not horrible. No, it is horrible. Wrong one.
How far away is the mouth of the cave?
You're about 50 feet in.
You don't.
No.
Or grab the torch and head back towards the mouth of the cave.
I'll go with you.
The torch I need. So let's kind of piece this together so far. What I'm hearing is that Sophia was hurt same way that the old lady was. We found her in the woods. The hair was also off, but the other lady wasn't gone, wasn't taken. So we can assume that this guy found the hair and took it. If we can, the problem is, did he take it from Sophia off the ground, or did he take it off the ground away from her as part of the trail? If it's part of the trail, away from Sophia, then that means that whatever creature thing hurt her, he disturbed evidence, basically disturbed the trail. If he did it off of Sophia, he might have just found it on her after a deed was done. And I'm trying to ascertain which one of those occurred. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if it's a person back in the village, if it was a creature, if it's a trail for the creature. I'm trying to figure out what the direction we should go with it. Because if we go back to the village, we have no leads whatsoever, except she's back. We don't have anything to go on.
I'm gonna back away from the pile of hair, and like with his collection of stuff here, is it just like random stuff?
Yeah, a lot of animal bones. He's fashioned some type of sleeping mat from some type of animal skin. He's done a very poor job of tanning the animal skin, but it's functional. Yeah, it's just a disgusting mess.
Any ideas? I mean,
Eris will kind of dig through her bag a little bit and pull out some of the barnacles and like the barnacle shells and bits and stuff. And she'll kind of hold them out, kind of pretend like they're important a little bit, like look at them in awe a little bit, and then look at this guy, trying to catch his attention, and say, if you're willing to kind of give us a little bit more information or even help us a little bit, obviously you're a great hunter. That would be much appreciated, and I'd give you some of these, and I'm gonna kind of hold them out again.
He peers over at them, and if he's looking at them very suspicious, if nothing else, he's got 2 blades to his throat.
Oh no, I dropped my.
Oh, you dropped them?
While Rafe was talking.
Okay, cool. So he's no longer actively threatened. So, make a persuasion check, Eris. Oh.
No, actually, I'm not.
Let me see.
I'll give him a piece.
He just slaps him out of your hand and says, "Stinky seashells! Stinky, stinky, stinky!"
Yeah, stinky seashells.
Okay, bye!
Guys, do we have any? I mean, what's our next course of action?
What did we learn from him?
That maybe she did do it to herself.
No, we learned that Sophia came into the jungle. She was injured, and the same thing happened to her that happened to the old lady. The hair was gone, right? This guy picked up their hair from the jungle. We don't know if he took the hair from Sophia, her head, or if he found it somewhere in the jungle from whatever creature thing that did it somewhere in the jungle. We don't know.
So we've been following the wrong trail.
We could have been, yeah.
Good old Ray.
So with my 20 survival, we still followed the wrong trail. So I don't know.
No, your 20 survival found a trail of hair, and we chose to follow that.
That's true.
Yeah, but the hair came from her. So what did we?
Is everything okay back at the mouth of the cave?
Yeah, is the horse still there, and is George still alive?
George, Boomer, Tana, everybody's fine.
And is there anything like in the woods? Like, is this cave just in the middle of the woods, or is it like in a clearing?
No, it's just surrounded by jungle. If you like, when you're out there with us, you can make a perception check to see if anybody's up to no good. Yeah, sorry to destroy your barnacles there, Eris. Maybe,
Sadness.
maybe you should have stomped on them as well.
Stinky seed.
in the poo.
Stomp on his face in a second here.
Yeah, Rafe is still rank. Odas, you scan on the outside of the cave. You see nothing that would be cause for alarm.
Alright. Put out. Yeah, make a little fire. Just sit and wait for the others to get done.
Do you think it was those two guys that we pulled out of that we helped earlier?
Who knows? I mean,
I don't think so.
Oh, before I leave the cave, can I just take a look at everything that he's killed in here? Does it look like he's used a weapon at all, or does it just look like he just literally bashes stuff?
Investigation check.
your thing.
He's crafted very simple kind of Stone Age weapons, he's got like a chunk of rock that he's sharpened and attached to a spear. You suspect that's what he's used for hunting. So he does have hunting weapons. They're very primitive, but functional at the same time. Soren!
Definitely not enough to do that then.
Yeah, Soren, voice channel 2.
Okay.
So what do you say?
I'll pretty much say like, tell us everything you know related to the hair, or
I found it! I found it in the forest! So there still was! Everybody being so complicated, I found it in the forest, and that's everything. That's all I know. Found it in the forest.
okay. So yeah, I was just wanting to double check to make sure like if he actually knows or not. So
Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Cool. Let's bounce back.
Time to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
those-
you
Saying that's the lead.
You see, well, those who are still in the cave, you notice Soren's eyes start glowing red, and then this hermit-type character starts kind of bashing at his head, like hitting himself in the head. That's what the rest of you notice.
and I'll just say he doesn't know anything. We should just leave him alone.
All right.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Soren, we're going to talk later. And then, okay, let's head out.
Soren will wink at him.
Oh god.
Uh,
All right, we can head out. So our next lead, then, guys, is go back and try to find those guys we saw. I'll go back to the village. Which ones do you want to do?
well, first of all, Soren, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, he would.
Hey, Eris, what are you doing that? Can you help me out here?
Soren, you're suffering a similar affliction as Rafe is. And you see the hermit behind you.
It's been what, like a day and a half?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how long you've been traveling. Yep.
So his eyes are gonna glow like really bright red, and he is gonna cast Mind Sliver on him.
Ooh. Okay.
Hey, Soren. Got some shit on your face there, bro.
He'll like glare. He'll like glare at you and like hiss a little.
As is. And you see blood kind of curling down the side of his eyes and out of his ears. Falls back and plunks his head heavily on a rock beside him.
Oh, you kill him?
Soren leaves.
I'll go over and poke him. Is he dead?
No, but he's dying.
Like actively?
Yeah.
Rafe's gonna use lay on hands 1 point to save his life.
Oh, and Soren will be like, hey, 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 mockingly back at him.
Jesus.
So seeing his life flash before his eyes and this horrible spell that was cast on him, he falls to the ground and thinks he's going to die. But then Rafe, whoop, does a little bit, and the kind of guy blinks a bit, then starts scrambling, backwards on his arms and his legs, and kind of goes into a corner and kind of, does his best to hide there, but it's obvious where he is.
Alright, I guess we're ready to head back out. And
Mhm.
so we really are going to talk later.
That was fucking weird, by the way. Also, you in the
Right.
corner, try not throwing shit at people. Makes people not like you. Okay, bye. And I'm definitely both like flipping the bird and paying attention to dodge shit if it gets thrown at me.
And Rafe says to Eris, do you mind? Presto, do you
Yeah.
mind?
Yeah,
Imagine Eris just
Thank you.
walking backward doing the double bird.
100%.
It's like,
Yeah.
what? I don't understand, what?
So you leave the cave. You sounds like you're cleaning up Rafe and Soren there.
Soren will clean himself up.
Okay, so you're free of the mud, quote unquote. Sophia's kind of just hanging out with Boomer and George, and she says, "Did you guys find anything? Where did the hair lead?"
Dead end. Do you remember anything that happened? Do you remember anybody, anything, any smell, sound?
Well, as I said, I get up really, really early, as I always do, and she rolls her eyes a little bit. I did Mam Tensi's hair. I mean, to be honest, she's so used to me doing it. She snores her way through the whole endeavor. Then, as I said, I woke up in the forest. Well, you woke me up in the forest, and that's about it. I mean, it seems to me as if somebody knocked me on the head and dragged me away.
When you remembered something of that before.
I don't know, but the other I don't know why they left me here. I mean, if they wanted to kill me, why don't they just kill me? Like Mam Tensi.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm.
Are we
that's fine
2
here.
days out from the village?
It'll take you a good 2 days to get back. Yep. You didn't
Maybe.
answer my
How far
question
away
though.
from those guys?
Where did the hair lead? You didn't ask me. Didn't answer me. Where did the hair go?
I mean, old hermit.
Old hermit has my hair?
Yeah.
You didn't get it back?
I don't
You
think you
wanted-
want it back.
You wanted old slugs of hair. You'll grow new hair.
It's he is filthy. You saw Soren and Rafe a second ago, right?
And
So-
You
Really
really want your hair
attached.
back.
So this crazy
Is it
old
really
hermit has my hair, and you're just leaving him there? Surely
It's
he
just
surely he did this. He has my hair.
he
He
had.
didn't like.
We don't think he did it.
How do you know? He has my hair.
Does she have any weapons on her?
Nope. No, she's just wearing simple villagers' clothes. No weapons, no daggers or anything like that.
We talked to him, we interviewed him, we did all our usual stuff, and all of us here are pretty confident that he did not the one who did this to you. We don't think he had the capability of doing that, but who we talked to. So all he has is hair. I mean, it's
My
it's-
hair. Does
Huh?
that strike you as suspicious? He has my hair.
It absolutely did. That's why we talked to him a lot, and we tried to work it through. We didn't see any sign of him actually doing it to you. Nor do we see him have the ability to do that. So we think it's somebody else.
And she turns her back to you and starts walking into the cave.
Into the cave?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll let her go. She's gonna come up with a nasty face.
Yeah, I'll
Look out
follow.
for
Just
shit.
out of
I'm
sheer
gonna
curiosity.
Yeah. I'll follow. I'm curious what she's gonna do.
And she stomps in. She starts getting a little disorientated as the darkness of the cave takes over. Is anybody providing light for her?
Nope.
I can't.
No, she's being kind of fit. So yeah, go forward. So, I'll see what she does.
Well, she continues to press forward into the cave, kind of reaching out blindly, trying to go her way. She's happy enough to go into the cave, even though she can't see. Where's my hair, Mr. Hermit? Bring it to me! Bring it! And you hear from the back of the cave.
Is there any like visible reaction from his face other than
The face that's in darkness? No, there's not.
cackling? Oh, I can't see it.
No, no. Very specific. You guys are not providing light for Eris, so.
I can see fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have dark.
Olivia,
Me too,
Olivia-
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I have no idea what her name is anymore.
I still
Sophia.
have the.
Sophia,
No,
there we go.
Divine sense, Rafe. You do not detect anything. Whatever this crazy old hermit is, he's not undead, celestial,
I didn't think
fiend.
so. But I got
Oh.
plenty of them, so why not?
And she continues to stumble around blindly, and then she kind of gives up and leaves the cave. Goes into a bit of a sulk.
It's okay. Your hair will
Um,
grow back.
She starts bawling.
There. It's gonna be okay.
Make a persuasion check.
Mm,
She kind of
Oh.
wipes her tears off, and Roman, nice persuasion, yeah. And she kind of brings herself together. So, you don't think it was this hermit guy?
I don't think so.
No.
Who was it then?
I mean, that's the question. We did meet some people in the path here that were randomly out here humans. We could try to see if maybe they were part of it. Other than that, all I know to do is go back to the village and question those in the village. But we were already there and hadn't leaked before, so.
How are we going to find these humans? They could be anywhere in the jungle.
They
Yep.
said that they were going back to the village. They're probably to
Interesting.
collect their payment.
Can
Oh,
we trust that, though? If they did it, they wouldn't necessarily tell us the truth where they were going, right? I mean, they asked for direction how to get to the village, but obviously they just came from there if that was them. So, I mean, I think if we think this could be them, then we just need to go back to where we were and try so we can track their trail and see where they went.
Yeah, we can do that.
Does that work?
This was all to get Sophia out of the village for 4 days or more.
Or it's out to get out of the village and set her up to being the one that was hurt. Maybe. I mean, the
Who
scalping and the
cares
hair
about
damage.
setting her up? All he
Well, 'cause
needed was time to take control. By the time we get back, he'll have the village under his
How,
foot.
they don't vote for it, right?
No, they do. Once
They do vote for it.
someone dies,
They-
that I think
right
that's
now.
what they said.
So they're voting for it now. You think?
But if there's no one
He
there to
could-
challenge him,
Yeah, if he could
You win.
rally for him to take over in like a time of crisis, like it's reasonable to believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to
People would
basically
have
find
loved
proof.
Sophie.
Yeah.
I mean, truly,
Good
he's the
time.
one who has the most to gain from all of this chaos.
Did you do an inside check on him though?
something was weird.
I did not. I did an inside check on his wife, and we could tell that she was hiding something.
Okay.
I wanted to interview her, but we needed to come and, save her first before we did all that, because there's time that we can go back and do that,
Yeah. Okay. So there's some reason why he was. All right. So do you guys want to go back to the village, confront him? We don't have no evidence, no information whatsoever to say he did it. Or you want to try to track these guys down?
Well, they're probably heading to. They said they were heading to the village, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
and I
believe
think
that.
it's because they want to get paid. They probably weren't paid until they dropped her off and did what needed to be done,
That's what they're lying.
and probably set up the hermit guy by setting the hair down, knowing that he probably wanted it.
They would assume they would know the hermit's
I-
here then.
I would want to go back to where we found Sophia.
Yeah,
so
the
I can
hair.
See if tracks will
there's
lead
anything
from
else.
there to the bog or wherever we found those two guys.
So you want to see if there's tracks between where you find Sophia and the bog?
Yeah.
Or if there's any other tracks that are there just randomly that
Yeah.
are not ours.
That too.
that my 20 didn't get?
Well,
You're
your
just
20,
looking for hair.
your 20
found
picked up the hair.
Yeah, but I was looking for other signs of track, so it would have to. I would have not seen those with my search.
Well,
Also, what about like the tree cover as well? Is a good point to see if something dropped her.
well, it sounds as if a lot of these questions will be answered by going back to the place you found Sophia.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine.
Onward and outward.
So,
But when I searched for other signs of earlier, I didn't see any, right? That's what I searched. That's what I was looking for specifically.
well, I'll tell you what. With your natural 20 that you roll to trace the hairs to this cave, you're easily enough able to go back to the site where you found Sophia. I will say it's towards the end of the day now, and you guys are exhausted. You've gone 2 days trekking through the jungles, arguing with a hermit, dealing with the emotional baggage of what happened to Sophia. So you get there towards the evening. I'm going to say, Rafe, with your natural 20, what you discovered was not only the hair, but you also discover another set of footprints heading kind of northwest.
Okay. So we want. I guess we want to follow those, right?
Is it time to take me home now?
We still
Yeah,
want to find out who's behind this, right? If we go back and got
Yes.
proof that you're not.
It's Brandon.
Do you have proof?
He's a fat fuck.
Okay, is that proof?
Well, he obviously wanted Long Beach for himself. He wanted to be the big cheese.
Yeah.
He's got the most to gain.
Not
Right.
to sound rude, but like essentially that's the same excuse that he would use against you, right?
Yeah.
And you know that.
Yeah.
I know you're smart. I know you're a smart young woman. Honestly, best way to go about things, whether, like most parts of life, find concrete evidence, find proof first. You can't go off of hearsay or assumptions. It never works out well.
Oh. Well, let's
It
go
is the
talk to him
truth.
then. Let's go talk to him.
What are you even going back for? You told us on multiple occasions you wanted nothing to do with the town once your grandmother was dead,
I'd like to
and that
grieve.
you wanted off this island and your freedom.
Well, I'd like to at least grieve my grandmother. My great-grandmother.
Oh, I apologize.
You can do that anywhere.
Yeah, but
Well, And are you just gonna be okay with their murderer and your potential murderer just literally getting away with everything?
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well-
put this nicely to you. We're gonna go follow the tracks that go to the murderer. Okay, I get that you're concerned. I get that you're tired. I get that you just about got murdered, straight up. But like, we have a job to do, kinda. It's like a self-appointed job, and I really
Yeah,
hate
we
leaving
actually-
shit half done. Like, yeah.
We actually were trying to help you, and if you're good to go, we can just leave.
Yeah, we truly do need to clear your name and figure out who it is that did it. Without doing that, when we get back, they could theoretically just arrest you and say you set this whole thing up.
Or us. They could also say that we did it.
That's true.
Well, you are the outsiders. That's true. And we haven't had a murder in the village for years. And then you show up.
Who was the last person to get murdered?
And did you know who murdered them is a good question.
Well, it's just a figure of speech. I'm sure somebody at some point got murdered in the village. But
Oh, dang.
Sounded ominous.
I mean,
it's a village. People get upset. I'm sure there's a fight. Somebody died. I don't.
Well, we need to take a rest anyway.
So what you're saying, if we go back to the village, we have no proof of who did this. If we press on, we might get proof. Find out who's behind it.
Yes.
Precisely.
Okay.
There you go. You got it. Good. And I'll do a little clap. And it's definitely condescending.
Glares at you. Glares at you. I don't know if you feel bad at someone who's had her hair ripped out, whose grandmother's been murdered, who's alone in the forest, was beaten. But hey, you be condescending.
It's not a long one.
And
I'll-
she's being
you don't have to give me
accused of
permission.
murder.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So you're setting up camp?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys still, whoops. I don't know why. Your party watch order isn't coming up. Somebody want to bring that up?
Yeah, here's a second.
I just can't.
I'll just throw that in chat. There you go.
Oh, there we
I
go.
know
Perfect.
you.
Thank you.
Do it now.
Sadness.
Well, how are you setting up camp is the other thing. Did somebody bring a tent?
Got my bedroll.
Yep. Got my bedroll.
Got my bedroll.
So you're
Yep.
basically sleeping
And a
under the
leaf
stars?
over my head.
Yep, well, you've still got Dolores's effervescent, efficient treatment, so the bugs at least stay away from you.
With the fire.
Okay, fire goes up, easy enough to do. And everybody settles down. George, Boomer, and Sophia or are just going to sleep through the night, it seems. Rafe and Armistice, you take the first watch. Is there anything you wish to do, talk about, check out?
Yeah, do you mind switch the order and I'll stick with Soren this time so I can check in with Soren?
Okay, so Udas and Armistice, you
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
first watch then. What anything you'd like to discuss or check out or murder the party in their sleep? Anything?
Did Rafe ask to switch? Because actually,
Yeah.
Udas would just make sure it was okay with Soren. If he doesn't want to switch, he doesn't have to.
Right, he's asking. He's not forcing anything. He's asking for sure.
Soren will just like let out a big sigh and be like, "It's fine."
All right, first watch it is. All right, now, yeah, Armistice yet? No, nothing. Oh. Yeah, nothing on
Okay.
Udas's side.
Armistice, you good? Oh, he's BRB, so yeah. So we'll assume he's nothing. So next one,
All right.
Soren and Rafe, you're up.
Yeah.
Soren will just sit there
Um,
awkwardly twiddling his thumbs.
No, I mean, no, he's not like gonna talk about anything like that. He's just kind of show off, kind of get to know who you are and kind of stuff. So, you have an interesting history, it seems.
You could say that.
Well,
yes.
If I read you right, you said were you a farmer before? What were you before you started venturing?
I was a farmer. Yes.
Farmer, okay. Now I haven't told anybody else this, but I should really know things are weird. He kind of rubs at his neck, and you have a interesting ailment, I guess I could say. Can you share a story about how that happened, or what's your take on that? Is it something you struggle with, or?
So I'll do the same thing I did with Udas,
Huh?
and just do the whole telepathic speech thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he will.
If you want to, you can go over to the other voice channel.
Yeah, let's go to the other voice channel. I'll pretty much tell him the
Okay.
same.
There we go. Around the fire. You guys have some privacy.
Yes. So he is like very open with this because it's not like a secret. Like if you were from where he's from, you would know what has happened.
Mhm.
So essentially, He was a farm boy, just living a normal life. His family and him were captured by some creatures and taken into like the mountains underground. Later found out that they were mind flayers. They experimented on him and his family. His family he believes is dead, just as like his mom and his dad. But the experiments went differently for him. He didn't die, but he actually got like his magic from it, and it also halted his aging and like the reason that he bit you. He found out that he's a vampire now.
How'd you get away from here?
We were rescued by a adventuring group, so
Oh,
that
okay.
kind of wanted to make him help people as well, while also going to Clifton to learn more about a vampire and magic and such.
And you would know in Clifton, right? There's this thing called a biblo. What was it called? There's a great library in Clifton where you're basically from, and if there's any great source of knowledge that's condensed into one place, it is the library in Clifton.
Bibliotheca.
There we go. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The great library of these realms.
Yeah.
And what's your take on these new abilities and so? I mean, you obviously have to. You said you bit me, so you've got some blood desires or needs, or
Not so much blood, but more of pain.
you need it really.
Blood
pain.
and biting doesn't satiate it. It's more of like an emotional thing.
Interesting.
So like the only thing that can like help calm me is like strong emotions, whether happy or bad. But obviously, it's easier to hurt people than to have
emotion
really
is not
happy.
because emotion is not pain per se. Pain's not emotion, right? It's a feeling. So is it anger or he just feed off you just all day long?
I have it written down somewhere. How far up is it? So he feeds on extreme emotions, so something that's really happy, but also like people getting injured like feeds his hunger because extreme emotions accompany pain, so like the fear and such from causing pain on others.
So is the fear of it or is the actual pain, physical pain? I'm asking for a reason.
The fear, like,
Okay.
because when people get hurt and stuff, like it causes them to be like scared and worried, and it causes strong.
Yeah, but I was gonna volunteer to provide that away from everybody else. They don't have to. So you can not, but I didn't know if that would work if it's volunteer then.
No, because it would be like extreme pain, so it'd be like close to death type pain, like fear, like oh shit, I'm gonna die type emotion. Yeah.
All right.
So
and how do you feel about having the ability and having to cause pain? What's your take on that? Is it just an need? Is it an enjoyment? Is it a
I don't overly enjoy it, but the longer I go without fixing it, the harder it is to be my normal self. Essentially, I change, and I kind of just throw all thought out the window and don't care for other people.
If I can help, I want to help. Is what I'm trying to say. So
yeah.
I don't know what that is exactly yet, but
yeah, and that's why he kind of wants to go to Clifton, is to figure out a better way or cure.
Yeah, Clifton holds a lot of challenges.
So, like, he's learning to adapt with it and hoping maybe with time he can control it better.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, if I can help, let me know. If I can provide any kind of support, I want to. I don't hurt people if I can help it. I mean, but I'm also not gonna shy away from it if it's.
Yeah. Oh, and people. Also, this all happened like 2-ish, like a couple months to a few months ago. So it's all very, very, very new to him. Yes. Okay. It's not like he's been like this for like 10 years. It's like a few months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do what I can to help. Once you figure out how. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like for the time being, I have a reliable way of a sorts.
The
to
one you want
kinda-
to share?
Not overly. It's not something he's proud of. He'll just tell you all you need to know is that he's not hurting anybody, and
Okay. That's really what he knows. So,
yeah, like he's not gonna try to hurt innocents or anything like that. But like
Okay.
the worse it gets, he'll like lash out like with the cave, like that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
wouldn't be in his normal nature to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then.
And you
Thanks
can
for
tell
the-
that he feels really bad about what happened in the cave after he's like calmed
Alright.
down a bit.
Okay, that helps too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Addiction is something I've dealt with. It's just similar to addiction, not quite the same, but similar.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, he's taking control and all that, and
So that's why, like, on the boat, like, it was like 4 days, so he literally wasn't himself, and it just comes back and blurs, like, he doesn't even remember half the stuff that happened.
yeah. And I want to find some way to help alleviate that. If it comes up again, but I'm not sure how yet. But we'll figure that way.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
I'll keep my mind on it basically and figure out how I can.
Yeah.
We're gonna support you and support the group as much as we can.
So,
Okay.
other than you, Udos is the only other person that knows.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Let's bounce back.
Yep. Sounds good.
Fuck are we, California?
I don't know how you found that GIF, Eris, but that is just 100% perfect.
I thought so.
It's
I
even a
found
pink
it.
teeth.
Even down to the pink tiefling. Yeah.
So, yeah, after their talk, Soren will go into the woods and collect some more wood for the fire.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Right. So, more wood for the fire, and you wake up Eris and Roman. Is there anything Eris and Roman wish to accomplish?
I'll just do small talk, just like asking her like where she's from and what she likes to do.
I don't know. I guess you could say I'm from many places. That's a thing. I actually, and I noticed this earlier, you seem to have tattoos. I'm actually quite interested in tattoos myself. And all sorts of calligraphy and all that stuff. And I'll bring out some of my, like, drawings and their, like, writings. And it is nonsensical and in infernal, and all of the drawings are equally as horrifying.
Ooh, what's the most horrifying looking one?
Seems to be like a large grotesque creature that like almost like it's like a diagram. It seems to be like sliced in pieces with each part kind of notarized in infernal.
This looks awesome. I might have to get this for my leg tattoo.
I love it.
But yeah, the tattoos are just like a family thing. Everybody kind of gets them, and kind of symbolizes that we're connected.
Yeah, I'm sure that's nice.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, the tattoo part is like kind of painful, of course, when it's happening, but it has its benefits. It's kind of like intimidating,
Fair.
Where did you learn to speak Infernal?
Books mainly.
You should help teach me and Arm how to speak it. I feel like that could be a useful language to use in like specific situations.
Yeah, of course. I don't mind that actually.
Cool. I can start learning tonight if you want to teach me. You guys have like a ABCs?
Yeah, and I'll start prattling them off. Each letter is like a low guttural fucking demonic sound. But yeah.
Imagine
I'm
it's
gonna
when you
repeat 'em
speak it,
and
it's
have-
like Gandalf at the council, right? When he speaks it.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Very scary
I'm gonna
stuff.
have such a blast speaking that.
All right, so you spend the rest of it. It's just a long time to learn a language, of course. But Roman, you at least know how to write the alphabet now, so that's something. All right, so the long rest successfully done. No boogeymen come in the middle of the night. But Udas, as you wake up, the little creature on your hand, on your shoulder, who is sleeping there as well, kind of snuggled up into your beard. He kind of wakes up in the morning, and as you wake up, this creature is staring at you in the eyes, and it's a little bit shocking. You're not usually doing this. And it kind of takes its head and gently presses it to your head, and then it has this kind of a necklace of seashells. He puts it over your head, and then he takes off into the forest.
I
Do you think that smoke stuff is coming again? Oh shit! Everybody up! I'm gonna be like freaking out because I don't want that to happen to me again.
Udas, do you just allow that to happen?
yeah. I mean, it's like I look down at the necklace. Is it just like it's just seashells? It's on a string.
Seashells on a string. And you feel this is a pretty cool necklace. So much so that I shared something with you in Discord. Oh, sorry. One thing. Roll me a D3, Udas. A D3. I changed this at the last minute. So roll me a 1D3. That rather unusually sided dice. So I'm going to modify what I sent you in chat. Do you see it in Discord?
Yep.
Yep.
Got it.
So just keep that in mind. You have that in your back pocket. Okay, as yet unnamed group, what do you wish to do as morning comes around? Actually,
we are now named Soren Snacks.
Okay, actually, while you're contemplating that, I got to say goodnight to someone. So let's take a short break, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay. Puppy out to pee.
Yeah, all those type of things. Okay, see you soon, guys.
What's Scooby? Tana Gang.
course, yeah.
Scooby Gang.
Scooby.
Montana Dies, and we all like that. That's the whole name of it, based off a horse is dead.
I mean, that'd be funny.
Yeah, no. That would suit us really well.
If we destroy the people that try to slave us, we could be like the liberators or some shit like that.
Yeah.
The saviors.
Yeah, what's gonna be funny is when when we get to like towns where there's actually valuable stuff, and I try to steal a bunch of it.
Well, you're liberating the gold. There we go. Still works.
You're right.
Okay, is everybody here?
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Judas, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Just talk a minute ago.
Sorry, I'm snacking. That's why I'm on mute.
That's
Oh.
right.
That's how you should snack.
Jeez.
Man, just called out.
I'm just messing.
Can't even rebuttal it.
You go for me in game, I go for you out of game.
Okay. Yeah, I went to say goodnight and I thought they were asleep, but turns out they're awake and now they're upset that I didn't say goodnight, so I'll be back again. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Good save.
Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Well, follow through the tracks, I guess.
Okay. So with the hermit, who is still in possession of the hair, Sophia really wanted to go back with the village, but is tagging along anyway. George, Bruma, there with you through thick and thin. You head off following the trail from the place where you found Sophia. And I guess Armistice leading the way with the help of your bros, Roman. Can you make me a survival check, please? 19.
Gosh.
So with a 19, you follow the tracks for another good portion of the day. You do an excellent job of tracking it through the jungle. And with a 19, you actually the path actually, once you get a bit closer to the place which I'm about to describe, you notice there's several set of footprints. It's not just the one. How many? Could be 4, could be 5, could be 10, could be 20. You're not sure, but there's a lot of footprints. And with a 19, what you discover, there's one set of footprints hitting what it looks like from your distance. Looks like an abandoned mine. And you kind of scope that out, and if you want to get a bit closer, I can give you more of a description. But you also notice another set of footprints going down about 300 or 400. They're kind of entering into this, fairly shallow river. So they're walking back and forth from this river. They're almost seeming to walk into the river and into the cave. And there's a lot less people kind of entering this thing, what you assume is a mine from the outside. So there's there's more people entering from the front of the mine than through this kind of side passage down this riverbed. If you want to know anything more or anything else, you'll need to get closer.
First, I'm gonna relay that to the party, and then I'm gonna sneak.
Well, hang on a second. Before you run off.
What?
Before you run off, let's just see if we can get some support. Can we stay close to him so we can runish him if he needs it?
This is all gonna be scouting. I'm not going to engage.
No, you don't want to engage, but it's all it takes is one better roll.
What
Right.
Is anybody else like? So let's just set up a small scouting team. Who else is good at stealth?
I just want to be in range to rush in if people needs help. That's all I'm trying to do. And my range is like 120 feet or something.
Oh god, that's a long.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as I'm not going in the mine, yeah, it's a tortuous dash. So
I feel like
George.
that's what I'm trying to do. Well,
George raises his hand. I'm good at sneaking.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
I've seen him. He's pretty good.
See?
Don't encourage him.
I feel like with sneaking, you're not supposed to see them. Sorry.
Actually, no,
I
I
have
don't. I don't believe him. I'm going to tell everyone in the party I'm used to scouting on by myself, so
yeah,
I'm going
fully
to scout.
I fully stay with makes sense. I just want to make sure that you stay within range where you can call for help. Is all I'm trying to say.
But have you seen me sneaking?
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
When we were with the spiders, you were trying to hide.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. It's a bad day. I was lost. Usually I'm pretty good.
So I will tell Armistice that I can telepathically speak to him from quite a far range, that we could keep in contact, and that way you don't make a noise when telling us what's going on, and we can react right away.
Perfect.
Oh,
Then I
that's
can rush in
perfect.
and help. Any help. Yep.
Yeah.
And more likely, almost just to rush in and get you out than rush in a fight. So we get you guys in the fight. So if things go wrong and you somehow slip and make a mistake, I'm gonna come in, get you out, and get out. So is the goal.
It only
But,
lasts for
yeah.
2 minutes though, so it'll have to be pretty quick.
Almost just quick, man. He's quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what you consider long, but 30 feet's not that long.
Oh,
It's-
it's 30
oh.
feet for activation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's up
see.
to 5 miles.
Oh, I see. So 30 feet when you cast it. Okay, so he's got 2 minutes to get close and report then, in other words. The distance doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have okay, what do you want to do? Is it just Armistice sneaking up ahead?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the river first.
Okay. So you have to, I'll say you do a long, kind of wide sweep to, stay well out of sight of anything at the entrance to this mine. And just judging by the outside and the state of disrepair, you know this hasn't been an active mine in quite some time. That's obvious from the outside. But you scoot around to the outside, well out of sight of the entrance. And as I said, with a 19 survival, this is what you found. And there's a shallow riverbed. Heading deeper into the mountain, or into the mine at least. Do you head down there?
Before I do anything, is there anything that looks like? Because you said that there were footprints coming to and from the river, right?
Yep.
Does it look like there's anything that would be, what's the word, harvested from this river?
Like fish, you mean? You mean taking stuff out of the mine?
A resource in this river that's being brought into the cave.
Make a nature check.
Nature?
Yeah, you're not sure either way. Maybe they're grabbing something from the river, maybe they're bringing in some outside materials, maybe they're exporting some materials. You don't know.
Okay, then I'm going to stealth inside the cave.
Okay, so I'll say just before you do that, Soren casts his telepathic speech. Okay? Can you make me a stealth check at disadvantage as you're going through a waterbed? It's hard to stop your feet from splashing.
Disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. Boy.
Okay.
Wow.
So, let me just get my things organized here.
Got 2 minutes to get some good info.
And come back and then go back in 2 minutes.
One day it'll last longer, I swear.
Okay. Okay, as you head down through the riverbed, I'm gonna roll me a. This is gonna be purely luck to determine whether you get there within the 2 minutes or not. So I'm gonna have you roll a d20 Armistice, and an 11 or 20. You can have enough to report back, otherwise the link's gonna go dead. So roll a d20. So you get there, and you're constantly in contact with Soren, but then the link goes down. So let's go to the other voice channel, Armistice,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. Oops. Okay, now just give me 1 second to do something here as well. So you should have been switched to a different map. Do you see the different map?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So down here, the riverbed opened up. And up here is a massive waterfall that's just coming down. And up the top here, you see 2 people who haven't noticed you. I was going to have them roll as they're actively searching for you. That's their job, right? They're guards, so they're going to get active perception checks, but there's no way they can beat a 26. So you stealth up. We'll say you kind of go over here to get out of the water, if nothing else. And you notice there's these 2 guys here. One thing that they're both bald. They've got no hair. They've got spears. And they're kind of keeping an eye out, but Armistice is too good for that. And down the side of here is like a metal ladder. And it's pretty ugly what I drew on the map here. So in theory, you could climb on this metal ladder type of thing, and you could get to the platform on top here from which they're guarding.
Okay, that's the only entrance in. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, like this bit at the back, it just continues on. Just you know.
Okay. I just want to see if I can do something.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have in my inventory? Do they look tough?
Make an insight check.
Insight.
They look reasonably tough. I mean, you'd kind of equate them to a city guard. You know,
Okay.
they're not just nobodies. They've been trained. You know, they look serious, but in the same way that a guard would be. It's not just some hired nobody off the street. You think they know what they're doing.
Over here. Okay, so I can't see them from there. This is a blind spot.
Okay.
And then right here. So I would have the best view. Okay. And in game, would I be able to gauge this distance? Like I
Yeah.
know I have a ruler
Yep.
in this, but
Your if you're planning to shoot them, that's at your 120-foot range, I assume, is what you're going for, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is not ideal. I'm going to head back now.
Okay, so let's bounce out of this voice channel. Okay, so before you say anything, Mr. Armistice, your link expires. Whoever cast it, Soren. It's got to be going longer for 2 minutes. What do you do?
I head back to the party and then relay what I saw.
Okay, I was trying to keep the sense of suspense there. Maybe Soren would have gone in after you, but you just walked all over that, Armistice, so thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, because we probably were going to do something stupid.
But anyway, we can ignore that whole dilemma now, but that's okay. It's all good. Yeah, so you start getting worried about Armistice, but then Armistice returns. Armistice, what do you do?
So I saw one entrance through that river into the mine with 2 guards posting right at the entrance. So we're going to have to take them down before we can do any other exploration of this mine.
Could you tell if they were sleep or like humans or elves?
The thing you noticed about them, which I'll just relay, is number one, they're human. They're dressed in quite nice leather armor, and both of them are completely bald. Like, so much so that, given their age, you assume they've shaved their hair off.
There's some weird
People that
hair
hate
again.
hair.
Yeah, right? For some weird There's some middle-aged guys are envious and angry.
Well, I have this sleep spell, so I could always put them to sleep.
I
Or
have
tie
it
them
as
up.
well, so if it doesn't work, we can like
What's the range on that?
90
range is good.
feet.
Yeah, it's crazy good. It just it usually only get one person.
We're gonna have to get closer then,
90 feet.
because there's a very large gap in between where
But they're just gonna fall asleep. So I mean,
no, you're not gonna be in range. Like,
Nice.
so there's
No.
this ladder that you can use to climb a waterfall to get to the entrance, and
all right. So
you're gonna have to actually go up that to even be able to be in range of them.
Or
I'm
Because if
diving
you
in.
stay
or
out
go in the
of
water.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, you can
What's
do it
that?
from the water as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Do we have to climb a ladder to be able to? I mean, I'm trying to figure out if Tanner can be a part of it or not. So he
No,
there's
there's
mine.
yeah, there's a ladder going up a raised like waterfall.
There's no other way of getting in.
Well, there's the main entrance if you want to storm it, but I don't think you want to do that.
How many are there?
What?
How many are there? How many people?
There's 2.
As a whole, storming the entrance. There's you how many people are inside? We have no idea. Is that what you're saying?
We have no idea. That's
We
why I
do-
came back, because I wouldn't be able to take both of them out without them alerting whoever's inside.
Yeah.
We do want to try and keep one of them live. So if we put both of them to sleep, we can tie them up and bring them back there with us, right?
What are we trying to do? I mean, we don't know who they are, right?
Right, but if we just capture 2 of them, that's all we need to
That's
do.
what I'm
and we
saying.
can take them back.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm thinking we're not trying to penetrate or take these guys out. We just gotta
Yeah,
go.
especially with like who we have with us right now.
Yeah, I think that's
well.
the plan.
My plan was, I need the group to clear that entrance, so I can sneak in and get more info.
But we don't need that yet. All we need to do is go in and get one person. So the plan could be that you and Soren and Roman go forward. You just now kind of hang back for emergency's sake if things go wrong. Try to put them to sleep, grab 2, come back out, and let's interrogate them. No, we have no idea how many are in there, and so if we go in, we could be getting into a huge battle. It could be a small thing. We have no clue. We don't even know if we even. I mean, we can suspect as players that this is where we need to be, but as characters, we have no idea who they are if they're even connected.
And we could just be attacking a random group on accident too. So
Yeah, that's fun to do. So I like Roman's plan of trying to get the 2, trying to capture a couple of guys, bring them back, and do some questioning.
I am good for that.
Try to do
sweet.
that?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
Armistice, you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Roman and Soren are going to try to do that approach with your sneak and your spells, and then you guys and I will hang back for kind of cavalry if something goes wrong. Does that sound right?
Sounds good.
All right.
And just in worst case scenario, if it fails, everybody rendezvous back here and let's just get the hell out of here.
All right. So we'll come in, we'll fight, and retreat. Basically, what you're trying to say? Because you guys will
Yeah.
come in.
Like if
you guys
we
get
go
out,
down there and we both fail at putting those 2 to sleep,
yeah.
and we fail at trying to subdue both of them quickly.
We'll still grab one. Grab one alive. I mean, I think we get one out. I agree that retreat is a good option. I think that we still need to grab one before we retreat.
Okay, then Udas should
Mhm.
try and stay close, or Rafe, so we can throw like
Yeah.
the body over the horse or
That's what I'm saying.
somebody strong.
Yeah,
to carry it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll run in and you guys can. Yeah, right. We'll try first really casual, stealthy, put them asleep, grab them, and get out. If not, we'll try a more aggressive approach to get one and get out. But let's leave here with information if we can.
For sure. All right.
But I agree. I don't think we want to try to battle this whole thing until we know what it is and how many are there and who we're trying to fight. I agree with that. All right, you guys are up.
Okay, so Sophia says, I think I should come too. I mean, I'm very much invested in this. I need to come as well.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not? I'm stealthy. I'll be okay. I'll just stay in the back.
To do what?
This is we're just grabbing someone right now.
We're gonna bring them
be
back,
better
and you
with-
can talk
yeah.
to them still.
Okay. I'll hang back. That's fine. So explain to Malcolm what the plan is. Who's going in first?
So it's gonna be me,
It's gonna be
Roman, and Soren.
Roman and Soren. Okay, which of you folks have dark vision?
Soren does.
Armistice does too.
I do not.
Did it take all day to find this place?
Well, actually, I'm going to say that, yeah. So this place is, when you get to the waterfall, I'm going to say it's a little bit open to the elements, so you can see in here, because these were humans as well, you noticed, on guard, Armistice. So I'm going to say this particular area of the system is well lit from, it isn't completely covered here. So you can see, but once you get into the mine, well, it might be a different matter. So Armistice, Roman, and Soren are going to go ahead. I'm going to say just you use a torch for a little bit, but once you see the waterfall and the light opening up, you immediately extinguish it. So what's Eris, Rafe, and Udas doing?
I thought that they were going to the... I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought that they were going to kidnap the guys at the front of the cave, not around back.
Well,
Oh, the front of the cave. You haven't looked at the front of the cave. You got no idea what's at the front of the cave.
I've only seen the waterfall.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that there were two guys at the front. Okay, that's where... Gotcha.
You got no idea who's at the front, if anybody. Okay, so once again, what's Eris, Rafe, and... Okay, Rafe's hanging back, just hanging out with Sophia and George and everybody else.
No, within range to jump in and be part of something if it goes wrong, but hanging back from as much as we can.
It's about it's quite a significant trip down the river, but Sophia says it's okay. I'll stay with George and Boomer and Tana. I'll stay back.
Well, no, Tana's with me. I'm on Tana.
Okay, sure.
So we're trying to just grab people and get out. So I'm staying back a good bit on Tana. I'm trying to
He's the getaway
Right,
vehicle.
There you go.
Okay, so you're hanging back quite a distance, but you know that in a pinch you could go in.
Yeah.
Eris?
Eris will kind of be just looking around the area, making sure that nobody else is coming from anywhere else.
So you're not going into the river. You're staying outside.
I do not believe that I was going in. No.
Okay, so you're outside. And Udas?
Yeah, I'm kind of... Whichever way Eris is looking, I'm looking the other way, making sure it's clear.
Okay, so Eris, Udas, you're outside of the cave. And you're quite a distance away from the party. Like Armistice. Well, Armistice, Roman, and Soren, you're up front. Are you sneaking in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sneak away.
Eesh.
And how far away are we from them at the moment?
Well, let's have a look at these rolls, and I'll just drag you over to the map.
Ooh.
So, Roman, let's see your stealth.
Oof.
Ooh.
Baby, here comes the bad rolls.
Okay. So, that's what you see. I'll get to the results of your roll in just a second.
Oh, there's two of me.
Okay. Yes, there are two of them. So I just put you over on the side here, Eris and Udas. Just, I don't know, maybe a telepathic links up or something. First, explain exactly what you see. So obviously, there's two guys here at the top of the waterfall who are on guard. This rather ugly line on this rather beautiful map is my attempt to show you where the metal ladder is. Like the metal ladder just doesn't go up the guts of this waterfall. It kind of goes on here and almost like one of those rope things you climb at scout camp. So it's attached to various places along here. And it's a ladder, but sometimes the ladder is going sideways, sometimes it's going up. But it'd be fairly easiest to climb from here and get access to here. Now, as you're sneaking through, I'm going to imagine you get out of the water as quickly as you can, or keeping to the bank even, off to the side here. And Armistice, Rafe, you're back a little bit off the map down here.
Okay.
Armistice, you sneak through, you're doing a good job, you slink out of the water, no problem. Soren, you follow his lead. Soren, you're going up and you slip, and a whole lot of pebbles start rushing down. Now, it's not necessarily a failure, but we'll see what the active perceptions are. Okay. One of the guards kind of wanders up here, and he looks out, shakes his head and says, whatever. And this guy immediately says, hey, who's that? Show yourself! You're not welcome here! Leave or face the consequences! Shouting right at you, Roman.
How far away is that?
Well, from the front guy, you're a good 100 feet away. I'm not going to ask again. You need to leave this place.
I can't quite hear you. And I like take a couple more steps, and now I'm going to cast sleep on both of them. I think now I'm close enough.
They're highly suspicious of you, so you can try and get the jump on them if you like. So I'll say everybody except Udas and Eris, you can make an initiative roll. Ooh, good rolls.
Wow.
Come on. Let's go!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Do you want to roll in as well, Rafe?
Yeah, sure. These were offsetting all the better rolls from last week. Not that near as good.
Rafe, 14.
Yeah, how about?
That's right. So
Wow, those are good rolls.
they were good rolls. You might have undone that terrible stealth roll. Okay, so game is on. They're very suspicious of you. They get ready to attack. So they're coming through. Yeah. So who's up first? Armistice. Was it Armistice? Yeah, Armistice. What do you do?
Gonna jump into the water.
Okay, difficult terrain here. In fact, everywhere is different. Yeah, you're in water. That's fundamentally difficult terrain.
Then I'm not gonna jump in the water.
I'm going to say these rocks here are difficult terrain as well, but this here is not. This kind of sandy
So
area.
then, I guess I can only get up to there then. And then I will shoot this guy.
Okay, is it a disadvantage roll because of the range?
Yeah, this is gonna be a disadvantage.
Okay.
No sneak attack, just 7 piercing.
Okay, so yes, 24 hits. The front guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit the front guy in the shoulder. He kind of grimaces back and pulls out the arrow, kind of looks at it, throws it to the ground. Blood is coursing from his shoulder. It's obviously hurt him. And it kind of, it's really weird. He reaches in and kind of rips a little bit of his shoulder back, and you can see some of the bone. And he grins.
Ooh.
So that's your
That's
movement
it.
and your action.
That's all
Hey.
I can do.
Soren.
Just so you know, we can see their health totals.
Good. There's something I adjusted, by the way. Health totals. How injured is this guy, Malcolm? Is this guy injured? Is that guy injured? So, I thought I'd experiment and just show you the health bars. You just see.
That's
You don't
fair.
see. You don't see the hit points, though, do you? You just see like a
Nope.
scale thing.
Just
Yeah.
a bar, yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd experiment with that, just see how it goes. So that was by design, like the
Okay.
way I spelled effervescent. That was by design as well.
So if I go in the water, how far can I go?
15, assuming you've got a 30 feet movement. And I'm also going to do some arbitrary rulings. I wasn't knowing you're going to attack these guys. Oh, I guess I might have. So, You see this slightly darker line here. Around there. That's swimming. Okay. So you can wade in the other areas, but anything kind of that darker colored water, you're swimming.
Okay.
Okay, so regardless, Soren, so you wade out into the water. What do? Sleep.
Cast sleep. Yeah.
So you're within
should be
90
able to-
feet?
Yeah. And it's a 20-foot radius once I cast it, so.
Okay, so yes. We'll just check this. So 90 feet from Soren. So creatures in point you choose within range. So you choose like this point. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Okay, so 25. So the guy who ripped apart his own shoulder, he apparently doesn't like the sight of his own blood, and he falls asleep, passes out. And 9 plus.
Does he
Maybe
fall
I'll go
forward
with
off of the waterfall?
Please no.
So both of them fall asleep. That's the good news. Roll me a d20 on an 11 to 20. He's going to fall off. d20. No, so he just falls and they're both asleep on the platform there.
Cool.
Everyone get out of here.
Perfect.
Climb up, gag them.
Yep. So we're gonna
Yeah.
want to dash and tie him up.
Okay, and for them to wake up, it takes an action, right? Like someone needs to shake them awake.
I think.
Yeah, or damage. Or damage, yeah.
Or damage, but otherwise, you're basically... I assume they take like 8 hours. They probably would have woke up after that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was lucky because they had exactly 25 hit points left between them.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they had 16. Guys on full on 16, the other one was on 9. So, lucky.
It was very lucky, yeah. So, yeah, Soren will climb up there actually quite easy. I do have a climb speed of 35 feet.
Okay, feel free to climb up here using this metal rope. No problem.
Yeah.
This metal ladder.
Monkey man.
Tie them up.
Yes.
Make me a survival check.
Oh boy.
See how well you tie the knots.
Does that help?
Sure. So roll again. So 13.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe that 1 point will matter.
And roll at advantage for the other guy.
I'm
Wow.
consistent.
13 again. Okay, so they're bound. They're asleep. What are the rest of you doing? Rafe, you heard some type of combat up there was over pretty quickly.
We're calling for help or anything. So no, I'm not muted. No.
muted
No.
here.
I mean, the idea would be to wait. I mean, I'll come up closer, but they're going to carry him down. We'll pull him up. We'll haul him back off to camp and talk to him, right?
Yeah. He's going. You should let Rafe know to come on up so we can go ahead and load him up on the horse and get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to get the horse up there. Didn't we have to climb like a metal
No,
ladder?
no. You bring them down, and then
I will, yeah.
We'll haul them all out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll all haul them out and go.
Okay, I would normally make you roll to carry a body down this rather, functional but rickety metal ladder. But given that Soren has a climb speed, I'm going to say it's easy enough to take these down here. Otherwise, imagining you guys, holding on to this, people with one hand, trying to navigate this tricky ladder, and maybe they get dropped. But because Soren's so cool and has a climb speed,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, so
Hear that? I'm cool.
So the so you take them down. You meet up with Rafe. Do you get out of the river and meet up with your compatriots?
Yep.
Okay. So you head back down there. Potential disaster avoided. And you find yourself back out in the jungle. And yeah, Udas and Aaron, you see them coming out with two bodies draped over them. One is injured. They're both bald, look well-built young men in their 20s. Spears, good spears, not just junk spears, good quality spears on them.
Can I take one of the spears? And
I was gonna
put
say, yeah,
myself-
we should disarm them.
Sure. So,
Not literally, but they're weapons.
yep. So, arms. You do have their two spears, no problem. And you give them a quick search, and there's nothing much of note on them apart from their spears.
All right, we're gonna wake one up and do some questioning. Let me. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Their knots, make sure they're tight.
Okay, you give them a double check. Seems actually make an investigation check.
Doesn't trust
Rafe.
my time.
No, just
Tisk tisk.
No, seems good.
All right, so let's wake one of them up and see what you guys are.
Do you guys want to carry him a little bit further away from this place first, and then do that?
Are we taking them with us, or are we just asking them questions?
What now?
I would assume we're
Yeah.
asking them questions.
So let's do it here and get it done with.
If we're
You're-
being
There we go.
Yeah, you're a bit quiet there, Sean, but the last thing you said was nice and loud.
That's quiet again.
Can you get a little closer to your mic, bro?
Who's talking?
That's Rafe.
I cannot hear him.
Yeah, same. It's like
Try again, Rafe.
Alright, hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
You're good now. Yep.
Yeah, I was saying let's get away from the far enough away that if they look for him, that we don't lose them, right? That they can't find us if they're
Okay.
going to guards, and let's get far enough away to reach out for help, right?
Okay, so you
like
drag him a good 200-300 feet away from the cave entrance.
Yeah, and then we can wake one up and question him, right, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
The
Well,
injured
but-
one.
Yeah, just one. Both of them right now.
Mac 'em awake.
Okay, so which one, the injured one or the uninjured one?
Injured.
Sure.
Before we wake him up, can I use disguise self on myself?
Sure. What would you like to disguise self as?
That is a great question. Basically, I want to make myself look like a really pale white-faced human, but like make skin look like it, like my lips, like the skin between my lips are like connected, and like almost like they're sewn together.
Mhm.
So I look scary
So you're doing this how?
by using a spell called disguise self.
Okay.
It's a spell, yeah. So you're not literally like almost sewing your lips together. Cool.
Yeah, it's just the way it looks.
Because of the disguise self as in using a disguise kit, but the spell, it makes things a lot easier. Okay, so easy enough to wake this guy up. I mean, actually. He. So, how did you tie him up?
Oh, they're just bind his arms and legs.
Bind his arms and legs.
Yeah, behind his back.
Okay. He sits up and looks around. Doesn't say anything, but he's. I'm going to say with your. I should make me an insight check, please, everyone.
You said a insight?
Yeah. Wow. There's always a natural 20 in there, isn't there? Seeing what your so Armistice is quite good at this normally. Okay. Soren, You notice this guy, he's in a bad spot. He's got a really nasty wound in his shoulder. He's bound up. He's in the midst of people who obviously want to do him harm because he shot him in the arm. He looks pretty calm about the situation, rather strangely.
Yeah, that's
Even with me looking crazy.
suspicious.
Yeah, even with you looking crazy. Yep, he looks unusually calm.
I'm gonna ask them, what are they guarding?
Just no response whatsoever, not even a shrug. And you know they speak common because you heard them, telling you to show yourself. So you know they speak common, but he's not responding in any way.
Do you wish to die?
With that, he's not really making eye contact, but he does raise his head towards you, and he grins, and then he flexes a little bit. The ropes at the back of his hand break free, and he sticks out his tongue and punches himself in the jaw, and half of his tongue falls to the ground, and he grins as blood pours out of his mouth.
It's fucking hilarious. 'Cause... Aren't you
He
telepathic?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, so he broke out the ropes just to hurt
Yeah.
himself?
Yeah.
He chopped off his tongue so he can't talk.
Well,
Okay,
about half
okay,
of his
I'm
tongue
gonna-
comes out.
I'm literally just gonna grab my new spear that I took from him, and I'm gonna stab it through his throat
Wait, what?
and kill him.
Not yet.
This guy's useless. He can't talk anymore. We'll wake up the other one and try again.
Well, some people don't
Soren
want
will
you to
try
do it.
stop him.
Well, let's go here. Everybody roll initiative, and let's see who gets to act first. Because obviously, Roman wants to kill him, so roll an initiative. People are like, Roman? Well, not necessarily. Armistice. Roman. Well, this is going to be hard, Roman.
When you rolling?
All right. So who's stopping me?
You have
Well-
to roll initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
initiative.
roll
See,
your initiative, bro.
Yeah. so I'm using initiative to determine who goes first. Because you wanted to kill him, maybe they get the jump. So roll initiative.
Oh, I gotta click my character.
I didn't.
Wherever he is.
I didn't even see what character did it. I just rolled it on mine. Just rolled it. We can look and see.
I dragged you across to the main map. Do you want me to just roll it for you, Roman? Oh, there it is there. 12.
Yeah, I rolled
Okay.
it twice. It wasn't working.
That's
Sorry.
right. That's right.
Oh, good.
15, right at the top. Okay. Well, regardless, with your 15, and you go to stab him in the throat. Everybody sees what you're doing. Armistice, what do you do?
Can I see who's against this? Like, can I tell who's against it?
Why don't we let's just say it out of character. So Roman is obviously for it. Is anybody else for it?
I'm not.
Yes.
Okay, so
It
Udas.
literally
Matter to me
works,
either way.
He can't
Harris is
talk,
indifferent.
so
Soren, did you say you're against it?
Yeah, I don't want him to kill him.
Okay, then I'm just gonna trip you. And then in a hushed tone, he's just gonna say, don't disturb him, he's working.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Yeah,
not to
right.
get tripped.
So what do we do here? I don't know.
Well, you said that to Roman. Sounds like something only you and Roman know about. So, Armistice and Roman make athletics check. Or acrobatics, your choice. Athletics or acrobatics. Sorry, Roman and Armistice. Roman and Armistice.
Soren's the one who's
Soren and Armistice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna trip Soren.
Oh, wait, who's trying to kill him?
No, I'm trying to trick
Roman's trying to
Soren
kill
from
him.
stopping.
And I was just trying to stop
Soren.
Soren from.
Yeah, and I probably failed to be honest.
Oh, I take it all back. So Soren was the guy trying to kill him.
No, I'm trying to stop
No,
Roman,
Roman.
but Armistice is trying to stop me from stopping Roman.
Oh god. Oh god.
What's
We're breaking down, guys.
what's Soren's long-term plan here? He wants him dead or not?
Soren wants to stop the spear from going through this guy's throat.
Okay, which is what Armistice wants as well, isn't it?
No, I want I want it to happen, so I'm obstructing. Soren.
Okay. All right. So I got it. Armistice and Soren make an athletics or acrobatics check. Okay. So
I
Armistice got
probably
9.
fail.
So Soren, yeah, you just get in the way of Armistice and say, "Nah."
Nah.
Well, I'll still say, don't disturb him. He's trying to work.
And I'll just ignore you and stop him anyways.
Eris?
Killing him is not working.
Okay, so what are you going to do to stop me?
Eris is just there.
Okay, so I think we can break out of initiative. Just wanted to see how that first thing worked. So Rafe, Soren, you're being held down by Armistice. Roman, if you want to. Wouldn't
He
be too
held me
hard.
down. I thought I got around his.
Oh, you did.
Got around me.
You did. Sorry.
Yeah.
So now he has to try and stop me from doing what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
You already did, right? Or I did. Both Soren is and I'm going to stop you from doing it. So how you want to stop? How are we going to stop Roman?
2 of us.
I'll literally just like hit the spear out of the way or get in front of him, either or.
Yeah.
Okay, and then can I just avoid him?
You can try.
Like step aside? What do I do to do that? Acrobatics too?
Or athletics. So 20. And Soren, you're trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Both of
So
us we beat Romans. My
Well,
issue was not.
you would have to roll another one for me.
Oh, I gotta roll
That
another
was to
one.
avoid you.
yeah.
Yeah, that was for you to avoid Armistice.
Sadness.
Okay, so with all the shuffling and arguing and going back and forth, Roman, you get around them and
No, race 24.
oh, Rafe got it. Oh, that's Rafe. It's so
And this year was
confusing.
19.
So Roman's going for it, and Rafe got in the way with a 24. Okay, so everybody's blocking you, Roman. Armistice is trying to best to let him do his thing, but
I don't see the point of having 2 people alive.
Yeah, and he literally destroyed his tongue, so he can't tell us anything.
I can speak to him in his mind.
Yeah,
So
do you
what
guys
do you do
remember
with his-
what he
but
remember
we
what
can't
he
just-
did with the hermit?
What did you say?
You guys remember what he did with the hermit?
Okay,
I'm-
that's
I
fine
mean-
then.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god, George, toughen up.
You're gonna be seeing a lot more of this, buddy.
So yeah.
Oh, good,
That was easy.
good boy. Strong man.
Alright, I'm gonna take like 2 steps back, frustrated that they won't let me do what I want to do. Cross my arms.
Yeah, go pout in the corner.
Go ahead, Soren.
So yeah, he'll say in his mind like, "Hey, like, I don't want to kill you, like my friend here," and like glare at him, like, just tell us what's going on. If it's nothing important, we'll just leave. We just wanted to know what's going on here.
you hear he does reply to you, and he says, "You have no idea what you are dealing with.
Enlighten me.
The Unmaker is coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. Kill me if you must. It will just unmake me quicker, and glory awaits me.
The Unmaker. Is that the guy like touches people and makes them younger? Like I'll ask him this.
He just chuckles inside his head.
Because I'll be like that. He did try to do that to me before, and it did nothing. So he ain't unmaking me.
Make a persuasion check, Soren. This does get his attention, and he says, "It's true. The Unmaker unmakes things. He sucks the life from people itself. I believe you think you survived the Unmaker's touch, but that is impossible."
Well, he can't unmake someone who doesn't age.
No response.
Okay. I'll ask them if they had anything to do with what happened in Long Beach and attacking this girl, and I'll point to Sophie.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And so you're asking. He says, "It matters not what you say and not how you threaten me. My glory awakes." But yes, Sophia, we're definitely involved with what happened to Sophia. Sorry, he says happens to the girl. Doesn't say Sophia. Happens to the girl.
Can I ask why? And I'll say I haven't actually threatened you at all. I actually protected you from dying. I know you seem like you want to die anyways, but must be worth something.
She just needed to be made.
Were you hired by someone in the village? We have our suspicions.
She just needs to be unmade.
Cool. Why?
No response.
So I'll curse at him in a language he probably doesn't know.
He takes a deep inhale and sprays a whole lot of blood right in your face.
I'll prestidigitate it off of me. And I'll be like, "Oh, that was rude." So I'll turn away from him and tell the group
At that point, with the blood spray, a hammer would come down on his head.
That's fine. I'm fine with this. I got what I wanted out of my thing.
Anybody stopping Udas? Udas?
Wow. So when he wants to do it, nobody cares. But when I want to do it,
I said I got the info that I wanted. Yeah.
It's alright, man. I got your back.
Udas, make an attack roll at advantage. First attack roll for a while.
Yeah. Make it a good one.
Oh, 14. Let me just check these stats. I'm assuming that was going to hit, but it might not.
That'd be really funny.
That would be
Super
hilarious.
awkward.
Can't hit a bound guy.
He's not bound. He broke free.
Oh, he's still bound by
right.
the legs. Still bound by the legs. What I did, I had him roll a strength check, and his strength check was higher than your rope knotting skills, which were pretty terrible, let's be honest. So that's
they were
how I managed to break through. You Big Udas comes up with his maul, winds up, goes for his skull, and it bounces off a rock next to his skull. But the rock is absolutely pulverized. The rock is thoroughly intimidated and dead.
You want to
Yeah.
ask him some more questions and see if he'll answer now?
I don't know if we'll get much out of him. He told me that they were involved with Sophie and kept saying that she needs to be unmade. He wouldn't tell me if they were hired on or not from anyone in the village, but he just kept saying that she needs to be unmade and that they're
Yeah, I mean-
involved with what happened.
We still have any proof from like the village or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, Udas, you can take another swing if you like.
Oh yeah, I am. I was just waiting.
Sure.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, this time you just... Is it a skull-crushing attack?
Oh yeah. Right in the
It's-
skull.
His skull is thoroughly crushed.
Poor George.
Mhm.
You
We
wanted
should
to
search
come
him and make sure he
along.
doesn't have anything on him
Yeah.
that might be able to be used, like a note or something. Passwords, weird stuff like that.
Yeah, and he said like his death would bring him glory and blah 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 blah. He was
Yeah.
more than willing to die, so
Should we
Oh.
kill the other one before we wake him up, or did you want
Not
to
yet.
try it?
No,
Yeah, let's
we,
talk
we
about.
shouldn't kill him. We should bring him back to the village. I feel like
Yeah. Oh, I think
he's
there's no problem
the
with that.
evidence that Sophia wasn't the one that killed him. Killed Namtensi.
well they didn't say anything about killing her. They just said that they wanted Sophie.
Crap job, Armistice.
Then I'm gonna retie the binds.
Okay, make a survival check at advantage. Okay. Got it.
So I like the idea of going bringing him back, but he probably won't talk.
I mean,
This one got free for 5 seconds and bit his own tongue in half. How are we going to get this one alive for 2-day journey?
Well, alive is not a problem. It's just about
okay, yeah, that's true. So what do you guys think we should do then?
I think we should take one of these guys and like deliver them to them and like go like, hey, he confessed to doing it. Him and his
We're not
group.
going to believe it. Or
Yeah.
I think
They're
we
just-
wait them out and get some evidence. There's always a piece of written evidence.
Because yeah, they're just the goons. They don't know nothing. They just do what they're
Yeah.
told. Probably.
I'm fine with
we
your
will
plan.
find out how many people are here and how can we take them out.
This
I
is
mean,
our only moment of surprise. We've now taken 2 of theirs.
Yeah, but we don't know how many are in there and who they are or anything.
But we know that they're
Just
seem to
think
just
of it,
attack willingly.
Think of it as like
Yeah,
a
I'm not just
gamble,
happy.
Rafe.
Yeah,
We're gonna roll the
but
dice. This is a high risk, high reward situation.
The front door.
I will mention that they
Not through the
mention-
front door. We have an entrance through the back
yeah.
that's
I
unguarded.
know the front door.
I mean, you can charge the
For
front
the
while we
moment.
sneak through the back if you want to be on Tana.
Well, and we were looking.
we
Weren't we
were.
looking for the guy that sunk our ship? The Unmaker, as they call this person.
We're very curious about it. Yeah.
These people follow him, so he might be here.
It's all very fancy talk for saying that we're gonna go like attack this place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
still think we should-
anyway, go through the front and see what we can get into. And you guys want to either we all can go front, or you guys can go in the back and try to come in at the back at the same time. What do you guys want to do?
I think we should go through the back. I think going through the front is going to kill us all.
Why would we go to the front? We're not going to do any kind of good stealth, man. You can stealth, nobody else is going to stealth good. I mean, you just fail at stealth.
The thing is, we go through the back, we have surprise. If we go through the front, they're immediately alerted of our presence.
if we stealth well. You guys didn't last the first even 1 minute of stealthing up. You didn't make it to the top of the ladder before you
No, but
Yeah,
we
but they
can-
still won't
nobody's
expect
there.
us coming
We
in
don't
the
Yeah,
back
think
but
door.
it's just tactically smarter to go through the back.
Why? Not if you can't stealth.
You don't have to stealth. They still
Yeah.
won't expect us to come in the back door. Like they just think it's their guys coming back, and then they'll see it's us.
So, like,
I
between
think-
the two entrances, how far is the distance?
We just
500
saw-
feet? Something like that?
We just saw someone. Was that Roman who changed his face? Get a good look at this one before I crush it, and then we can go in with you in front. You just like him,
That's
go
so
in
dark.
front.
That's true. I can do that.
Get a good look at this one before I crush it. Jeez.
The old question, are you guys the good guys or the bad guys?
Right? I'm starting to question that too.
We're good guys,
Are we?
What's always
I
a
never
difficult...
said anything about being a good guy.
but these guys are definitely evil.
That's true.
Well, they
It's
said
always-
they.
It's always a conundrum, right? When you capture someone, what do you do with the captured thing? Not just in D&D, but like in wartime, right? It's a tricky
You'll-
decision what you do.
It's
It's-
a great question. If you capture an orc in Lord of the Rings, what did they do?
They capture an orc?
Yeah, and The Hobbit, the second movie of it, The Desolation of Smog.
Remind me, what did they do?
They cut his head off. But I liberated his head from his shoulder. He stepped on his ankle to make it stop twitching. Lord Thandriel. It was great.
All right. So, I know it's getting late for you, Sean. So, it sounds like you guys are going to try and go through the back entrance, like sooner rather than later, to
That's
get
the
the
hope.
element of surprise. Yeah, that's the hope. I guess the only question we need to resolve tonight is, what do you do with the second guard?
I feel like Udas already covered what was happening with him.
I mean, he would go to kill him unless anybody. I mean, he's not trying to fight anyone in the party. If they have a valid reason to keep him alive, he's open to hearing it.
I wish I had a cricket chirping sound effect for this particular point, but it
Well,
doesn't.
given how the guy was before, Soren is okay with them killing him because he kept saying how they want to unmake Sophie, which, from what we've seen earlier, looks worse than death. So,
Name's Sophia, bro.
whatever. But yeah, so he's okay because they definitely don't seem like good people, and they take
Yeah.
glory in their deaths. So,
And they have no more. They're not gonna give us any more information.
can I was supposed to call you Connell? Would Rafe be able to check if they're even alive? Like, they might be undead from how
Yeah,
that
I
guy
can-
acted when his shoulder was shot
I need a divine stance.
and chopped off his tongue with no effect.
They are not undead. They are not celestial. They are
Really?
not fiend.
They're just weird.
They're
Got
just
it.
weird. Yeah. And doesn't feel pain when he cuts his own tongue off. Cool.
Oh, no. He was in pain. He grimaced.
okay.
It was painful,
Okay.
as you'd expect. But they're not undead. They're not.
Gotcha.
Udas! You want to make us another attack roll? At
Yep.
advantage? Like a watermelon.
Cool.
Okay, George is very upset by this. We can see how you deal with that or react to that next week if you like, but George is very upset. Boomer, you're not sure. So Sophia doesn't give a shit, it seems. She just shrugs.
Nice.
Okay, but we'll pick it up from there next week as you go into the mines, and we'll see what you find there.
Death and decay.
Sounds good.
Boom.
Okay, thanks guys. We'll touch base next week with the furthering adventures of the as yet unnamed party. Notice they keep on pushing it because the party name is good. Anyway,
Murder hobos unite.
murders, hobos, right? Yeah, that'd be a cool acronym. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you next week.